It's like you don't know this group at all. Still no
Vagina
luck on
boob.
the DS.
That's too bad.
I mean, it still says it's loading, so, maybe? But nothing so far.
Hello.
Hello.
Yo. What's cracking, people?
My butt.
Unity.
Your butt is cracking.
It has a crack.
Yes, but that doesn't mean that it's cracking. I think you should get that checked.
You sound different, Bust.
That's because my headset broke,
Ah,
Well, that's
fun
lovely.
times.
which is why I needed someone's help yesterday to ensure that this one would work. So I knew if I had to spend $100 at Walmart or if I could Amazon a $40 one instead.
Yeah, that's a bit different in price.
Just a wee bit.
No, Wii's are a lot more expensive.
Well, depends on where you go.
The bathroom.
Okay.
Hello?
Hello.
Okay.
Hello?
Wasn't sure if I was heard or not.
So, Sella, I hate to say I told you so, but I told you so.
About what?
I told you you'd like that show.
Oh, wow. I do. It's pretty good.
I mean, oh darn for Sella.
Is everybody present?
No,
Mhm.
I'm David.
So I see that Rob is here, but I don't actually hear Rob, and he just left.
I mean, I am a present. Does that count?
Not to me.
I'll be back.
Hello.
Okay.
There
Never
he
mind.
is.
Did they time that or?
I think so.
What?
If you got something you need to do, Sella, go ahead. I'm a little behind. I just gotta do a couple things real quick.
All right.
Why do you sound like you're talking through a phonograph?
Well, if you're
Because
on
my
Go
my
ahead.
headset died, or rather, it stopped producing sound out of the earbuds on both sides. So I have to make do with this piece of crap until I get a new one.
If you're on time, you would have known this.
I was lurking.
What's new?
Tired. Had a long day. But that's
Sorry?
not new.
I was gonna say that's not really new, but I'll accept that. Nope. Vagina boob.
Ugh.
And that's now recorded forever.
That
There's
is
already a couple
exactly
instances
why I
of it.
said it.
Your device is not compatible with Roll20 for Android. Do they have Roll20 for something else?
What kind of a
Browser.
phone do you possess?
Using a DS.
Well, the DS is not working, so I gave up on that one.
Yeah. What kind of phone do you possess?
Good question. Oh, you wanted an actual answer.
I was hoping for one. I mean, you don't have to give me one.
About phone. What kind of phone is this? Moto Z2 Play.
Okay, yep,
Android
fuck that phone.
7. I mean, it says it's an Android version 7.1.1.
Also sounds like an import.
I have no freaking clue. It makes calls, and that's about all I actually bought it to do. So I'm getting the money's worth for it from that part, at least.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back.
back.
Okay, well, I am set, I think. Who wants
Famous
to
last
do a quick recap?
I almost killed us all,
Yes, you did.
but we got off the planet, barely. Rob destroyed like an entire city and burnt all the zombies. And we got on the ship. Oh yeah, and Aaron tried to kill us all, mainly Sella.
That was Avasarla.
Anyways, we got on the ship, and then we got raided by crap, I forgot what they're called, but
Reavers?
basically, yes, Reavers. And I almost killed us all by shooting the engine core, ironically aiding the people I was trying to kill. And that was it.
Nice recap.
Not really,
All
but it'll
right,
do.
so it's just after the battle with the Reavers. What? Pyro was able to mend the breach to the nuclear core, if I recall correctly.
Yes, and we did not keep anything from those guys because it was heavily irradiated.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Shut that stuff out into space.
Don't sound too happy about it, boss.
Well, it would have been fun, but I get it. So getting everything taken care of probably takes a good half hour. Mending the core containment system, and then detaching the ship and removing all of the radiated substances from the ship. Well, that was unpleasant at best, says Claude. Thank you all for your help in defending the ship.
Well, it's not like we couldn't not help.
Well, technically. Your assistance is still appreciated.
How common are Reavers?
Not very. They have their own little spot in space that they excuse me, that they usually traverse, but they need food and stuff just like everyone else, so they basically resort to pirating because they're not welcome anywhere, hence because of the radiation.
Well, this is a similar issue to...
Huh?
I'm kind of getting it to work on my phone, but I can't move around the map. So I've got a black section of screen. There we go, kind of. There we go.
Yeah, it's really, really, really difficult to navigate Roll20 on anything other than a computer.
I've noticed.
Do you have an Android? You do, right?
Apparently not.
Hey, I'm no one's property.
Well, if you do, you could plug plug a mouse into it if you have USB-C to USB adapter.
I do not. Nor do I have a wireless mouse either, so...
No, it doesn't need to be wireless.
Okay, I has no mice besides the ones my cat brings home. And I don't think those are going to work either.
You never know, try plugging in the tail.
He doesn't leave the tails. Those are usually the first thing gone.
At
Anyway,
least he's doing his job, earning his keep.
the only thing a cat has to do to earn its keep is purr.
Cats must be part of some cat union.
So, you guys are free to do whatever. It's 2 days until, approximately 2 days until you guys reach the planet. Which I forgot what I named it.
Earth 3.
Bob.
Was it just the hole in the core and in the ceiling that were the issues? No other breaches or anything?
That's the only breaches that Max was able to detect with a scan.
All right, Pyro, is there any other breaches in the ship?
You know, I'll go outside and tether myself to the ship since I don't need to breathe, and I'll do an inspection on the outside of the ship.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless he's going to give me access to their systems, I'm not going to be able to do a more comprehensive scan.
The computer systems on the ship are more than capable of scanning for breaches, and Max, the captain of the ship, has said that there are no more breaches. So if
Okay.
you want to go outside and scan, but he's not going to slow the ship down, so you're going to be dragged behind it.
Magnetic boots.
Have fun dying.
I mean, if you're sure there's no breaches, I'll stay inside.
Okay. All right, what do you guys do for 2 days?
Do they have a tech lab or?
No, it's mostly a cargo ship for transport.
Damn. Okay.
Continue to hang out and hope we don't get attacked again?
Game of not chess.
Game of not chess?
It's called TAK. TAK.
Not sure why it rolled twice, but okay.
Okay, I always go with the first result when it does that.
Well,
And
there's
you
that.
won. Roll again, Sella. You could possibly win the second round.
Interesting. Clicked it. What happened? Oh, there it is.
So,
He
Beat you the
dominates
first
you the
round,
first
you-
round, and then you dominate him the second round.
I see we are evenly matched.
That's what
Actually,
you want
you
to.
probably are a little bit better than me.
Yeah, given my track record so far, I don't think so.
It's true. You can't seem to win that game to save your life.
You're actually the only one you're losing to is me. You've beat Lucian and maybe a little more times than you've lost.
And Graham.
I'm not counting Graham.
I'm counting Graham. I lost every game I played with a 10-year-old.
That's not true. He let you win once.
That doesn't count.
To be fair, he's also a godling, so, you know,
A 10-year-old godling.
good lord, what have they unleashed upon the universe?
Ask Venra. It's her fault.
Well, he's at home right now, so it can't be too much at the moment.
Anyway, so you guys just kind of chill for 2 days?
Pretty much. Try
Okay.
not to go stir crazy.
Well, at some point during the journey, you guys hear
Cool.
Klaxons again?
It was an alarm. You guys hear an alarm go off.
Wonderful. Oh, I didn't open it.
And as everyone comes to investigate, Claude, Aaron, and Max are already at the source of the problem. When you guys come to them, approach them, they all kind of look at you very suspiciously.
Is there anything we can see?
It looks like a wow, I cannot think. An escape pod has launched from the ship, but that's where they're standing at an empty escape pod holder. Not an escape pod. I apologize. I mean, it technically is an escape pod. Fine, I'll just call it an escape pod for now. You guys.
Surface ship?
Basically, yes.
Pond jumper.
Yes, it is a pod jumper. 10 experience points for David.
Woohoo!
Oh wait, it's puddle jumper, isn't it? It doesn't
Well,
matter.
For the planes, yeah.
So I
Okay.
apparently don't have a kind of inquisitive theme. We'll just do that's just too bad. Okay, anyway, we'll go music list for this. So they're all kind of looking at you guys in suspicion. Perhaps
do a
you
quick
should all
head count.
return to the room until we can get this sorted out.
What happened?
One of your friends took a ship.
Who was it?
The tall, lanky fellow. Kadere, I believe.
That makes sense.
He, and this is Claude talking to you. And then Max kind of jumps in front of him. He took my shuttle. That thing is worth more than this entire ship. Where did he go?
I'd say your best bet would be asking the broad-shouldered blonde one. Ulrich. They seem to be best friends.
And Max just stomps off in looking for Ulrich.
Wunderbar.
And then you start to hear yelling from down the hall.
Also, can we stop and examine for a moment that his shuttle costs more than the rest of his entire ship? Does that make sense to people?
The shuttle can probably enter and leave the atmosphere.
Was that the cargo he was hauling?
Are you guys
I mean,
talking to each other or?
I think that was more each other.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, remember, this whole ship went down to the surface to pick us up. So this ship can enter the atmosphere.
I don't know. Maybe there's something in the ship. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm confused about there.
Mimir is listening to the arguing.
Okay, so if you followed them, he starts yelling at Ulrich, where did your friend go with my ship? And Ulrich seems genuinely confused. He has no idea what the hell he's talking about when he finds out that Kadere just straight up left. He seems a little hurt, but doesn't seem to know anything. Like he's genuinely confused. He doesn't know how to answer all of these questions because it's coming out of left field. He's in here training with Matsu, and then this just kind of hits him, and yeah, you don't detect any sort of. You don't think that Ulrich is hiding anything with that.
Even if I was double checking something. Was it 20? I don't.
20, you still don't detect any lies or sense that he
Okay.
actually knows something. Who are you talking to, Lucian?
Probably Aaron.
Well, they asked you guys to return to your rooms. Do you not do that?
If they
They're
start to
also
get
scanning
pissy, yeah.
our rooms.
Pyra goes to the room.
Oh wait, no, our rooms are in the next corridor up.
If you don't want to go to your room and ask them that question, that's totally fine. I mean, they're not getting mad. They just asked you the one time, and then they started discussing things amongst themselves quietly. If you ask them that, they reply, "This isn't an official alliance vessel. It's his business to do with what he wants. If he has a tracking device on it, I doubt he does. Otherwise, he wouldn't be so upset. But his crew was also murdered by Kadere, so he has a right to be upset."
Huh?
Well, I guess. Fine. I guess I'll go to my room. Is there going to be anybody keeping an eye on me so I can't be blamed for anything else that happens? I'm getting kind of tired of this.
No one's blaming you. We have video surveillance of Kadere doing these deeds. But I think it's best that you all just return to your rooms for now.
Lucian will just sigh and kind of like shoulders slumped, shaking his head, walk to his room.
Mabel, are you asking that of them?
Well, I'm not sure I even heard their discussion. I'd probably be off at the room actually.
Okay.
So maybe if Lucian tells me that Mabel killed or Kaderi killed the crew.
No, I just went to the room. I didn't even really see where you guys went. At least I didn't pay attention.
Well, I'm standing right next to you, I believe.
Oh,
It's hard
well.
to-
Mira, while you're standing there, Max
You and
gets. I called you Mira, didn't I?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you did.
It also doesn't help that I started reading a book where the lead female's name is Mira, so expect that a lot.
Got it.
Anyway, he's not being aggressive, but he is very excitable or like excited. He's throwing his hands in the air. He's getting in Ulrich's face, putting his fingers up against his chest, but he's not like being make me a sense motive check.
It's, well, you said it's not some motive, but it's definitely not the same vibes that we got from Monkey Man and
Yeah, you can tell that he's very
Matsu.
upset, but he's not going to be driven to violence unless someone strikes him first, probably.
Does it look like Ulrich will try and fight
You know what? That's actually a sleight of hand check, not sense
Oops. Wrong one.
motive. So we'll take the 9 plus your 11. So it'd be a 20 instead of a 17. So you still get that. You still get that from him, that he is upset and he's very, very angry, but he won't be driven to violence unless someone attacks him first. But he says that Kadere, your friend, he killed my crew. He tried to kill me. I was able to put a bullet in him first, and he was loading the crew into that escape shuttle, and he fled. I don't know what his plans are, but you're going to tell me what his plans are, because apparently he's your bestie. And Ulrich is just like, I don't fucking know what you're talking about, man. Get out of my face.
He was loading the dead crew onto the ship, he said?
Yeah, he was loading the crew that he murdered onto the escape shuttle.
Huh. Does it look like Ulrich is gonna maybe fight him?
Yeah, it looks like Ulrich will probably keep swinging if he does, or start swinging if he doesn't get out of his face.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it's probably best if he doesn't start a fight with the captain. We're not supposed to really even be here. So Mimir will cautiously take a step up and put a hand on Ulrich's shoulder and try and get him to calm down.
Okay. Give me a diplomacy check.
Mm-hmm.
Way to go.
Thankfully, I can re-roll that.
Oh, that's
Oh,
good.
jeez.
Because I don't know if Matsu has diplomacy.
Much better.
Jesus.
Ah, sweet. That's good, because he does not have diplomacy.
You know, I'm sensing some
So-
parallels between our two characters. I think I might need to change that.
So Mimir's gonna tell Ulrich to calm down. He's just asking questions. You don't have to get all riled up.
He's not just asking questions, he's accusing me.
I mean, Kadere killed his crew. He has a right to be kind of mad and stole his ship. Just calm down.
Fine. And he's just like, I don't know what Kadere did. I was in here with Matsu the whole time. Kadere, I don't know if you noticed, doesn't speak. I can't know anything. And at that, Max just throws his hands in the air, starts cursing, and walks out.
I mean, Mimir's gonna turn to Ulrich. I mean, I know he can't exactly say anything to you, but do you have any idea why he did that?
I don't. I wish I did. That's it's not something that we liked to talk about, but he wasn't a stable person. If he could speak, and so far you're getting all honesty from him, from what you can tell. He killed people back at the factory or the compound. Pyro has probably already told this to you, but he got away with murder.
Of a guard, another subject?
Another subject, several of them actually, 3 all told.
They let him live after that?
Yes. We don't know. I don't know why. Nobody knew why. When I asked him about it, he'd just shrug. I mean, I could get his meanings through some of his body language, and I would have labeled us as friends, but in all honesty, we weren't. Pyro, meet me in private.
Ooh.
Yeah, you totally should have killed him.
Well, I mean, this isn't speaking too well for Ulrich's well-being.
What do you
I
mean?
mean, Lucian's pretty much had 1 out of 2 people confirm that they should have just been killed.
I mean, Kadiri at the very least.
Lucian wanted both of them dead.
Yeah, I know. I wasn't against the plan. I just wasn't completely for it either. I was neutral on it.
Pyro never told us exactly what happened, right? Just that he was a monster.
Yeah, I
think
don't
so,
think
yeah.
Pyro ever told us that he killed that Kadiri killed subjects.
No, he just
No,
said
I
that they
don't
were
think so.
dangerous.
Yeah. He's a bit more dangerous than I thought he was.
Just a tad.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if Pyro would have said that he killed subjects, Lucian would have just attacked him on the spot.
Or at the very least, we would have had him guarded.
No. Lucian would have attacked him on the spot.
Okay. Well, at the least, Mivul would have suggested someone be watching Kadiri 24/7.
I
As
definitely,
Lucian tries to stab him in the face.
Yeah, go ahead. You go
I
ahead and do
definitely wouldn't have stayed in the universe where he was going.
that. Well, he was always going back to here, so
He was a plant.
it wouldn't surprise me.
I mean, they did let him live after he killed some.
They were probably people that were threatening the company or whatever, so they had him kill them.
That seems likely, but at the same time, there would have been a number of chances for him to get us back to the company.
He says he wasn't trying. Things just didn't work out that way.
I mean, he could have sabotaged us getting out of that, getting away from them our first day here on that planet.
He is still the first one who was messing with the radio.
That is also true.
So we know he's good with computers, so maybe he was looking for some sort of information on the ship as to where we were going.
Yeah, he's going to
No,
meet
at
up
the
with
time,
Ava.
The radio wasn't even working.
Hmm?
At the time he was messing with the radio, it wasn't even working.
Well, I'm sure he wasn't helping the situation,
Mm.
pretending to examine it.
For all we know, he could have been the one to break it. No, he wouldn't have been able to break it. It happened before we got there. But he could have changed how it wasn't working.
Anyone remember his motivation for coming back?
Murder, just to kill. He wouldn't talk beyond
Yeah.
that. Or at least we didn't ask him.
I don't
That's
even
Ulrich.
think he said that. That was Ulrich said they want to go back to take down the organization.
See what Ulrich says.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Ulrich was the one who said that they wanted to go back to take down the organization.
Yeah, Cad was just nodding along, being non-committal.
Hmm.
Oh shit.
Uh-oh. Wow, that's a really good computer check.
Yeah, it is.
So he hacks into the galactic mainframe?
Someone typing out Morse code?
That might be me, just because I'm typing on my phone.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Anybody have anything else they would like to do?
I wanted to ask Ulrich why does he know why Kaderi wanted to come back?
You broke up on me. Say that again.
I wanted to ask Ulrich if he knew why Kaderi wanted to come back to this universe.
He didn't say. he ever since we left, he just kind of started sticking by me, and I assumed it was because he felt safer around me because I am pretty aggressive. But I don't know what his motives were.
Well, Romeo shrug and pat Ulrich in the back and leave.
Okay. So you guys are on the planet, basically. You just have to land. Like that's when this occurred. So, or no, I'm sorry. This was a different planet. Yes, you guys are on a different populated planet. God, I'm an idiot.
Hey man, name calling's not cool, man.
I know. Sorry, I didn't get my nap today.
No zombies on this planet?
No zombies on this planet. It is a very populated planet, and that's where it appears like Kadere escaped to. But this planet's approximately 23 hours away from your destination.
Do we know what kind of ship he took?
You guys weren't able to see it, so no.
Could always ask the
turn to
captain.
Pyro and gesture to a computer port.
He looks like really distracted for a second. He is checking the quarters, like looking around for any cameras.
Is there something wrong, Pyro?
Are there cameras in here? Boss.
Yes, there are in fact
Oh.
cameras. Or, you know what? No, normally there wouldn't be cameras in their personal quarters. There's no reason for them to be there now. He doesn't normally pick up passengers. No, there would not be cameras.
That we know of.
Mimir, can you close that door, please?
Sure, she'll take a step in and pull it closed.
Well, I was wondering exactly how Kaderi would have killed the crew. We haven't been able to see them, right? So, the captain, he said that they had video footage. So I went and I hacked one of the computers here, and well, I was able to find the footage, and I think you guys need to see this right now. And he'll gives like a little like computer like on his wrist that has like a hollow like type of interface, and he'll like kind of grab the video and like expand it up so you guys can see. And it shows Kaderi like killing the crew in the cockpit, and he's like going in and out of like invisibility. So if you see, he kills the first two the pilots. And did you guys notice that during that fight against the Reavers that he was popping in and out of like vision like that? I thought it was kind of weird. He didn't do that on the zombie planet.
He didn't do much of anything on the zombie planet. He never fought.
He might not have want to let us know that he was able to do that.
Have you ever seen him do it before?
No. I mean, I said I didn't know what his ability was, but one sec.
Oh, okay. I'll be right back, guys.
Okay.
Sam, I gotta ask him.
Back to the plotting.
We all live in a yellow submarine. Really surprised your quartz. Oh, yeah, you got it. Never mind. Derp. It's like surprised it hasn't arrived yet.
Oh yeah, the cord arrived. Well, last night technically.
It's just odd that Amazon's late.
Mhm.
I mean, it does happen.
Mhm. And I was even using one of those Amazon Prime things.
Oh wow.
That's super
Yeah.
surprising, man.
Yeah. I mean, I usually don't get things like mail or packages till late in the day anyway, but still.
All right, sorry.
Better be, jeez.
Continue.
Well, like I was saying, I didn't know what his power was, but maybe because he could go invisible. But I mean, no one in your sector no one had the same powers, right? We were all given like different abilities.
As far as we know, yeah.
Well, I know that N's power was to turn invisible, and like I said, I haven't heard of anyone having like the same power as someone else. So I don't know. It's kind of weird because I definitely you could see he goes invisible in the video.
Is it invisibility or is it teleportation?
No, it was,
It's clearly teleportation, or not teleport. It's clearly invisibility in that video, Pyro. He does stab one of the crew in the neck. He vanishes and then doesn't appear for several seconds later until he's next to the next person that he stabs. I guess it's not clearly invisibility, but if it's teleportation, it's very slow.
And it kind of functions the same way that I know Ends did. He could go invisible until he made some kind of aggressive action against another person. It would break his invisibility. So that is kind of how this one works too, right?
well, from what I saw of it,
Seems like it.
maybe he's got the ability to copy or steal.
That would explain if he's got the ability to copy the abilities of those he kills, that would explain why he could get away with killing free subjects. The investment isn't gone, it's still there in a different person.
Well, he didn't
Kill
kill N, did he?
N.
No, but he was near N when he died.
Honestly, I don't remember. I was really kind of distraught when that all happened. But
Yeah,
I know Kadari and Ulrich they didn't like me. And Kadari came up and gave me a thumbs up and pointed at me, and I didn't really know what it meant. Do you think that maybe he can copy or steal powers? And oh no, He's like
Certainly-
fidgeting furiously, like.
Certainly a possibility. We have to consider it.
The 3 he killed, what were their powers?
Well, you can't really see, and he'll like restart the video to show the rest of it. It doesn't really seem like they knew he was there until it was too late. But here,
I don't think he understood your question, David.
Yeah,
The
The
3
three
subjects that he
subjects.
killed.
oh,
But Pyro only knows of one possible subject that was possibly murdered by Kadere. He has no evidence or proof or even the slightest inkling. He just knows rumors of Kadere.
well, Ulrich knows, doesn't he?
Ulrich might know. I don't. He's not there.
Well, Ulrich told me that he killed 3 separate subjects, and they let him live for some reason. I mean, we could ask him.
I
Ask
think
him
we're
if he
gonna have
knew
to.
what Kadere's power was, or if he knew the powers of the 3 others he killed.
and if he can't copy or like steal powers, I think we should find out exactly what the process is for him to do that.
Or we can
Well-
just, kill him next time we see him.
That's my plan. I honestly don't think we're gonna find out how he does it unless we either go back to the group that made us or we catch Kadiri and he's feeling talkative.
Well,
So
here I want to show you guys this too before someone comes in, and he'll like kind of fast forward a little bit through like Max the captain. He shows up and he gets into like a firefight with Derry. He gets injured, but like some things happen off screen, and it seems like it's very clear that they don't go through the main doorway to get into the cockpit. It's maybe through some like a ventilation shaft or like different like hidden like way to get out of the cockpit, like into an escape pod, or not escape pod, but like, to a shuttle, maybe like an emergency access. So I think maybe just in case something happens, I know Max is really upset, and if there's one of those access ways on this side, maybe there's another one on the other side.
is there another shuttle over there?
I'm not sure. But I'm just saying, if we need to get into the cockpit, maybe it's a good way. I know I definitely don't want to go back. I mean, that's what they're definitely gonna plan to do now. Right?
Well, I don't know. I don't know.
Or not go back, but you know what I mean. Like,
We'll go back where?
So shortly after you guys, discuss this for a little while, you hear a knock on the door.
Who is it?
It's Matsu. Bzz, bzz.
That was Lucian's response. then he coughs a little bit.
Mimir will push open the door and let him in.
Also,
And
I
he's
do
carrying
have
it.
one win.
He's carrying a tray. It's got 5 cups of what appears to be like tea. How you guys doing? Some pretty crazy stuff.
Yeah, have a seat, Matsu. Tell us what your thoughts are on all this.
And he smiles gratefully at the invitation and takes a seat on the bed. Well, I kind of wish that he was eaten by a zombie.
Don't we all?
And he starts handing out the cups. And starts drinking from one himself. Just everyone's pretty tense, and you guys kind of locked yourselves in your room, so wanted to check on you guys.
How close is he to me?
Uh, within striking distance. He's just sitting on the edge of the bed.
Okay, so the next time he looks away from me, since he's taken some out of his tea and there's more room, I'm going to splash some of mine into his cup with the sleight of hand.
Okay.
Not very gracefully. I've rolled a 2.
I'm also doing sense motive checks on Matsu.
Oh,
Well, he clearly sees you do that.
I just smile at him.
You don't like tea, I guess. Thank you. And he starts drinking it. You don't get anything with your sense motive, David, by the way.
Okay.
He's just being concerned for his friends. It's okay, Pyro. Do you want mine? I can clean that up if you like. You seem really nervous. What's going on? Here, sit down. You apparently need to sit down more than I do. Come sit down. He stands up and gestures to the bed. And he gives you his cup of tea, and he comes over here and starts cleaning it up. What's got you guys so nervous?
I'd say anytime we step into a new situation, something terrible happens and everyone else gets blamed. So, just kind of talking about what we're going to do when this alliance, when the captain inevitably, comes to stab us.
When the shit once more hits the fan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Rick, I need to know what you mean by OMFG Raffle. This is Matsu.
Matsu, Ulrich, me and names. Honestly, didn't even look at the room when he entered and started doing all this.
Oh, you thought it was Erlich?
Oh, you thought it was Ulrich.
Oh.
See, I thought you had picked up on the same
Okay.
things I had thought about. Okay.
So, do you still want to splash your tea into his? Like, I'm confused.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
It's canon.
I see what happened there. You thought he was someone else. Okay. Yeah, shit's been getting pretty dire for us lately. And the fact that he actually swore is very surprising because he doesn't really swear. Well, what do you guys think we should do?
Kill. And then I say the correct person's name out of game.
Kadere or Ulrich?
Ulrich, that's the word. And then find Kadere and kill him.
Why do you want to kill Ulrich? I mean, I know he's not the most pleasant person to be around, but he's a decent ally.
Well, we're confirmed 1 out of 2 of the people that I wanted to kill should have been killed. Better safe than sorry.
Heaven forbid someone think that of you someday.
Oh, I mean, I'm sure people have.
To be fair, Lucian, you want to kill most people you meet.
No. I don't want to kill most people meet. I just make a plan to kill most people I meet. There's a difference.
Sure.
That's a little unsettling.
Well, I mean, what happens if we have to kill them and you're unprepared?
You must be very lonely.
Oh no, no. I mean, there was Ava, and now I'm hopefully working on Erin. She seems to be starting to like me a little bit.
Yeah, because Ava worked out quite well.
Well, I mean, it was fun. Well, it lasted.
Matsu,
Yes, Pyro.
thanks for the tea. Were you in the strike team with Ehrlich and Kaderi when we got the medication?
Yes, Claude and the three of us were all together.
You didn't happen to see Kaderi fight at all, did you?
We didn't have anything to encounter. It was pretty safe for us. From my understanding, it was only you guys that got unlucky.
What else is new?
Pyro will kind of like look at Mimir and Mabel, like, I don't know, with like a pleading look, kind of, and I think that we should tell Matsu. I mean, we really don't have any reason to not trust him, and we can't do this alone. We need allies.
Lucian just shrugs.
I mean, if there's anyone else on here, I'd trust it'd be Matsu.
I think out of anyone, Matsu, we could definitely trust him. I mean, right?
Yes, I would definitely trust Matsu.
That implied something that I don't think I'm gonna like. And
Is
he's
that
clearly
Matsu?
looking at you, Mabel. Yes, that was Matsu. The way
I-
he said he trusts Matsu.
but
Lucian
I
will
was
look at
just
him. Oh, go ahead.
answering Pyro's question.
You do know what's going on right now, right?
Damn it.
What are you trying to bluff there?
To get his
Oh.
suspicion back off me.
Well, he's not really suspicious. He's just concerned the way you said his name. But let me roll a sense motive.
Roll poorly.
Because I gave him sense motive with his last level up. Damn it!
Yes.
Failed by 1.
Close.
And of course, the second
just-
time it rolled it, I got a 20. So
He just kind of shrugs and starts wringing out the rag he used to clean up the tea in the sink.
Pyro will bring up the video again and kind of motion for Matsu to come and look at it.
Okay, he comes over and he watches it, kind of stone-faced the whole time, and when it's over, he just goes, "Holy crap. We were traveling with this psycho?"
I tried to tell you guys that he was dangerous.
But he was so quiet. How could you know he was dangerous?
Well,
It's always the quiet ones.
you were there when I talked to Ulrich, and you heard what he did to the 3 other subjects.
Oh yeah, I forgot he was present for that. Well, he'll just assume that was rumor, not to be taken at face value.
So now am I so crazy for having a plan to kill everybody I meet?
Yes. Yes, it is.
no, you're
One
not.
bad person doesn't mean you should kill everyone.
Does it?
I
To
mean,
be
yeah.
fair, he's not saying he's going to kill everyone. He's saying he has a contingency plan to take out people who betray him.
And he just kind of looked less than amused at that.
On a scale of normal, that's not anywhere close.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome, I guess.
You are a little quiet, but I think you're fine. Well, do you guys have a plan then?
Survive?
Good plan.
Like I said, I think that there's some kind of like access corridor, into the cockpit, and I guess it's up to everyone else, but I do think that we could get to the cockpit, if we don't want to go with the Alliance.
I mean, I thought they were just going to drop us off at the planet.
Oh no, they want to get some value out of us.
Yeah. I need something stronger to drink, apparently. Does anybody else want some tea?
I'm
Some
good.
more tea? Okay.
Here, you can have mine.
All right. He'll take yours and sit back down.
Mavul hasn't had any of it, so.
Okay. Well, this event has made. I don't know. I don't know. And he kind of puts his hand to his face. We should have stayed with everyone else.
I don't think everybody was going to go together. I mean, I kind of tried that, remember?
Well, I'm gonna get some sleep. I need to process this.
Good luck on that.
As he walks by, you sure you don't want it? I'm not gonna drink it.
I'm good, thanks.
Okay. And he gathers up all the cups and the tray and leaves.
I mean, do you are you guys okay with like going with the Alliance?
No.
Okay. Everybody who drank the tea, give me a fortitude save.
Damn it.
Yeah,
Knew
I
it.
knew it.
Knew it. Huzzah!
Damn it.
Damn it! But huzzah! Oh God.
Did Mimir not drink the tea?
I just held on to the cup politely.
Okay.
I mean, I didn't drink all of it, and he drank some of it.
He did drink some of it. I'm very glad that you did that because he could then give it to Pyro. So thank you for that, by the way. Because Pyro dropped his original cup, so he wouldn't have got anything had you not done that.
Way to go.
So as you guys continue talking, the two of you that did not need to make a fortitude save, give me a perception check.
Also, since it's so hard for me to actually look up my spells on here, can someone check what lesser remove condition will actually remove? Actually, never mind. I think I've got it.
It
Well,
removes what we have.
They appear to just grow really drowsy and decide to go to sleep. That's all that it really happens with them. You wouldn't think too much of it. It does appear to come on rather suddenly, I suppose. Give me a sense motive, and I will determine if you can put two and two together.
Okay.
Oh man, that is really high. But
And
you were one off from what I wanted. Well, fucking Sella figured it out.
expertise dog.
Remove condition.
Yes.
All right, give me a second.
Oh, I also got a 29 on my sense motive.
Yeah, I wanted a 30, so you didn't quite get it,
Ugh.
but Sella was able to do it.
Thank God. I was able to pull up the spell, so I'm looking that up now.
Remove condition. Frightened, nauseous, shaken, sickened, staggered. No sleepy.
Remove condition lesser, actually. I don't
Oh.
have the regular.
So
It
just
says
shaken, sickened, and staggered. So you cannot remove it. However, the perception checks I had you roll, you can hear your door locking, and the one person who can open them fell asleep. So I'm happy.
Damn it.
Well, fuck.
Damn it.
Damn it.
Damn it.
Look at that roll. Would have been fucking open. That was a lot.
No vents or anything to get out of here?
No, it's solid metal.
I mean, you guys did see me blast through a wall before.
Also, Sella, with that perception check, you notice a piece of paper sitting in the bed where Matsu was.
Then I will roll Pyro over and pick it up.
All right, it is a letter. When you read it, it says, "Team, I'm sorry I did this without informing you or asking you. You could call it spite if you like, but you had started to keep secrets from me, so I kept this from you. I've made arrangements with Claude and conferred with Ulrich, Janus, and Malik. The four of us want to join the Alliance army and bring justice to those who have wronged us, or save those who are left behind in my case. Claude told me your disappointment in possibly being used by the Alliance, so I made arrangements for the four of you to be taken elsewhere. Claude, Aaron, and the others were grateful enough for your help that they agreed to say that you died in the Reaver attack. Max will take you to a person who can get you identities, and you can move on with your lives. I wish you luck in whatever you choose to do in the future. May we meet again, my friends."
Well, I'll show it to
Damn it,
Maybul.
Matsu. God damn it, Matsu. Good.
If it's the truth, Mimir's not upset.
The only reason I had to lock the doors is because you fuckers wouldn't drink the tea.
Could have just
Speaking of
told
which-
us. Asked
Seriously, Matsu. Seriously. God.
us.
Now you're gonna make me break the door because, you're trapping me and that's not cool. And, this could have been handled a lot better, Matsu. A lot better.
Before you go blasting out the door, can I hear anyone on the other side?
Mayvul
Maybe
doesn't even
standing
care
guard?
if there is.
Just don't hit me.
You do not hear anyone on the other side, but you do hear no, you wouldn't hear that. Yeah, you don't hear anything.
All right. Well, fuck.
So, unless you guys attempt to break out, which, save your breath, it's a fucking steel bulwark, basically.
I
Yeah?
have this. Lesser restoration. Will this good find, Rob. Will this remove their sleepiness?
Lesser restoration. I'm gonna
Rob
say
positive.
no.
Fuck. Okay. That's fine.
I don't actually know. I'm looking up the spell.
Okay. It does lessen fatigue and exhaustion, but I don't
But
know.
they're drugged. They're not fatigued or exhausted.
We'd need to remove poison.
I don't have that, man. Okay? I'm only level whatever level I am.
Yeah, I have no way of opening this door, so
There is not a remove poison spell, surprisingly enough.
Let's
It's
remove
probably
affliction.
handled under, yeah.
What'd you
I was
say?
thinking under
Remove
the
affliction?
condition.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Potentially neutralizing curses, diseases, infestations, poisons, and other harmful conditions affecting. It's not really harmful, but it is poison.
it?
So
Yeah, it's making them do
Well.
something they weren't inclined to do. So
it's technically the anesthesia, but whatever. So, about 6 hours go by. Mimir, you try using the computer. You guys do fill the pool of natural gravity for about an hour.
gonna riddle that door with ice for the hour.
And then you guys fill the pool of artificial gravity. And the door unlocks as soon as you're back in space.
Hopefully
Oh,
he
fun.
dodges as I'm still shooting the door with ice.
It's on a computer and he does it from the cockpit.
Has to check on Pyro and Lucian.
They're still a little foggy, but you can tell that they're coming out of it.
Wunderbar. Maybe we'll
Well,
just
I'm sure you
steam
guys are tired of being locked up. If you'd like, you can come to the cockpit.
What does he mean? What happened?
Mayvul fucked us over. Or not Mayvul. Matsu. There's too many names, man. Mimir, Mira, Mayvul, Matsu.
No, not just Matsu. Everyone did. Not that I'm complaining if this doesn't turn into shit.
Which you do
what do you
know
mean?
what kind of life we have, right?
I know. I can hope once in a while, though. But Mimir will give the letter to Pyro and then give the letter to Lucian.
Oh, did he really screw us over though? This is actually what we wanted, wasn't it?
Not really.
Well, he poisoned me, so there's that.
Yeah.
There's the whole Lucian's gonna kill him the next time he gets a chance.
Again, I don't understand why this couldn't have just been taken as a conversation. They very easily could have just asked. But
I know that Claude really didn't want to force us to join the alliance because, I mean, well, I think we proved to them that we were just regular people. I'm actually kind of glad this happened. I thought you guys wanted this too. I mean,
I don't know. I'm 100% on board for disappearing and never having to deal with any of that crap again. Again, they could have just talked to us instead of trying to poison us.
Exactly. It's the whole betrayal bit that's the big problem. The littler problem is Mayvul actually did want to take down the organization that made us. He just didn't want to be puppets for another organization doing that.
Well,
Mimir's gonna poke Lucian. Are you coming?
He's just gripping his knife, and he'll grimace and get up. Motion for you to lead.
A little bit of traffic, everyone else.
well, by now I assume you guys are either pissed or have calmed down. But I will take you to a friend of mine who can get you identities. In case it's not clear by now, I am not exactly what you would call a legitimate businessman. I answer the call when the Alliance calls just to keep them off my back, but the ship your friend stole was everything that. Then he just kind of stops, kind of grunts and curses to himself. That pod was completely undetectable. I could go down to planets, smuggle stuff off, smuggle people in, or contraband. So anyway, that's not important. What's important is I have a friend who can get you guys new identities if that's what you want. It is my understanding that this decision was made for you. So if you want me to drop you back off on that planet, go for it. I'll be happy to do that. But your friends are risking a lot to ensure that you don't have to do what you're doing. It's your call.
Oh, I'm sure I'll eventually see him again.
Yeah. Just more names on the list.
Oh, I am sorry about your pod, but he's no friend of ours. If there's anything we can do, or I guess I can do in the meantime.
Well, I'm down 4 crew members, and as it turns out, there's 4 of you.
Well, I know a little bit about piloting. But
I don't
that's about it.
necessarily need a pilot. I can do that. A backup, though, would be nice. I have weapons control systems, defense control systems, navigation, and something else sci-fi.
Engineer, gunner, science officer.
Sure.
Well, I'll be honest right now, I'm not much of an engineer, and I'm not much of a gunner. At best, I
Well-
can be a medic, sir, but that's kind of pushing it.
For now, you can learn on the job.
Also,
I have training
I
as a
will-
pilot. And I can man the engineer station. Or I can work the computers if you need me to.
Excellent. For now, we'll leave you in charge of engineering. Like I said, I can pilot.
So we're just gonna work for the guy that helped poison us?
He didn't help
Well,
poison you.
No, that was everyone else.
Yeah,
that
he
was
just
my
locked you in
Fly
a
fault.
room.
the thing.
He was just hired to take us somewhere else. Which
So-
I'm gonna warn you right now, person whose name I've actually forgotten right now. Sorry,
It's like the easiest name I've ever made.
Max.
Max. Think of any dog in the world.
Spot.
Fido.
Rex.
You're all
Clifford?
dead to me. Anyway, no.
So, I'll be honest, Max.
He. If you guys don't want to work for me, fine. Go back to your rooms and wait till we get to our destination. I can man this thing by myself for that short trip. I don't really care.
We'll think
No,
about
I
just-
I'll help out. Like I said, I didn't want to volunteer them, but
That's good to hear. What was your name again?
my name's Pyro.
Pyro. It's a silly name. Are you a pyro? You're not going to light any fires in my engine, are you?
No, we just want to make it
no.
go faster.
Good. Well, I'll accept all the help I can get for now, but unless you want to, I have jobs available if you want to join me after we get you identities. I'll let you be the judge.
What's the pay?
Percentage.
How big of a percentage?
Depends on what we're smuggling. Or sorry, a percentage. 50% of everything goes into my ship for repairs and stuff like that. I will probably take more now because I need another pod.
That is
So let's see. Let's say 5% for all of you for now, and everything else will go to either the ship or the pod. And once that's done, I can increase it to, let's say, 8% for everyone.
okay. Well, then the next question is, how much is your average job going to be worth?
Now that depends on what I'm smuggling. Getting people off is what pays the most.
Gross.
Lots
I was just getting ready to say, I just had training in that.
of excuse me. Trafficking people is what pays the most. And he's very monotone with you guys the whole time. Very kind of lazy sounding. They usually pay several thousand or I charge several thousand per individual, as they are the most difficult to move, require the most need. Sometimes I'll transport drugs, or and he'll go off and list a bunch of other things. But I do have lines that I don't cross. I won't work with any sex traffickers. So if you're into that, get the fuck off my ship.
So what kind of human trafficking do you mean? Like slaves and stuff?
Normally, it's people trying to get away from the Alliance.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes I'll get people who are in a bad place, or if they are being mistreated by individuals and they have the money, or friends have the money, to get them off world, or running from the law, or something like that.
So
It's
less
not very
human trafficking and more dangerous taxi.
Yes.
Okay.
Ay, 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 ay.
Where exactly is this friend that we're going to see?
He's on a planet about 6 hours away from here. The planet's name is Surok. Surok, for those of you who want to know. It's not really a
It has
planet so much as a
dinosaurs.
moon.
If it doesn't have dinosaurs, I'm gonna be real disappointed.
Why? Is that a name of a dinosaur planet? Oh, Turok. I haven't played that game in fucking ever.
It's the moon around a dinosaur planet.
Yep, it's the moon around a dinosaur planet.
The real
So-
Jurassic World.
I'll drop you guys off and tell you where to meet him, but I need to get someone to start building me a new pod.
You know, you could probably have Pyro do it. He's probably got the skills.
Oh, Pyro, do you have the materials?
Well, see, that's the part you would need to get.
It's okay. The guy that I'm going to be getting it from built me the last one. I never had any problems with it, so I'll just go to him again.
You
And
might
everything
wanna-
seems to be running in order with that check. No real problems, but it's a short trip and he's not going faster than he needs to.
You might want to include a type of tracking device that only you can access on this next one.
Tracking devices can be tracked. That's the whole point of the pod.
Well, yeah, but only if you know the frequency.
Finding a frequency isn't difficult these days. I'll take my chances without the tracking device.
How about a lock on the door? That might have helped.
Well, see, that's just it. The door is locked, but he discovered my secret passageway in case of in case I needed to make a quick off-world or on-world jump with it. And he'll kind of show you guys the hallway, which is right over here.
Was it just about
it-
to point at it? Go, oh, that one?
Yes, it's a quick hallway that leads straight to it. It's clear, it's very hidden. Unless yeah, give me perception checks because you won't see it unless he points it out to you, most likely.
I mean, didn't we see roughly where it is?
I mean, you
From
know
Mr.
where it
Thorne?
is. Mimir can see it.
Oops.
Lucian, you can't really see it, and neither do you, Mabel. You know where it's at, but you can't see it. It's hidden very well. Mimir, you can see it. Not clear as day, but you can still see it.
Okay.
It's not locked, but it's very well hidden. If I locked it, it wouldn't be good for a quick way down, would it?
Doesn't matter.
So, if you're gonna join my little merry band here, I figure you should at least know about it. I'll probably have to send one or two of you down at a time when I'm taking care of business on the bridge. So, you should know about it. Anyway,
Lucian will just sigh, kind of like wave his hand and be like, whatever these guys decide. And then he goes to his room.
a little antisocial, isn't he? He'll love this.
What, this life?
Yes.
I
You
know.
don't deal
He
with.
doesn't like betrayal.
Well, I never swore anything to him, so.
Yeah, he's more pissed at the others. I mean, I don't think he's all that happy because you were kind of part of it, but I think he'll understand that you weren't the one who drugged us or locked us in or.
Oh no, I
yada.
totally locked you in. They asked me to do it.
I'm just not exactly mad about it.
Well, thank you, ma'am. I believe your friends had all of your best interest at heart, regardless of what you feel about it or how you feel about it. Like I said, if you want to go back, I'll take you back.
No, I'm good. We can go to where you're going. But if you do need help up here, I can try. Can't say I'll be the best, though.
Excellent. You can learn on the job. It's really not difficult work. I'll probably need you more for ground expeditions and whatnot than anything really on board.
She's really diplomatic.
She has the air of I don't give a fuck to me.
Muriel just laugh.
Depends on her mood, really.
But she'll look at Mabel. What do you want to do? I definitely don't want to go with the Alliance.
I never wanted to go with the Alliance. This is the best option currently.
I say we could try it for a little bit. This isn't a forever gig, right? We could leave if we wanted to. She'll ask Max.
I mean, yes, I'm not going to keep you here against your will. I have issues with people who do that. But I would like you to be with me for a while. If you agree, perhaps we'll make a contract. I don't want to have to find new people after finding people. You understand that, right? I just kind of told you my biggest secrets.
No, I understand.
Yeah, you should know they're pretty safe with us. We're not going to go spilling them to everyone, even if we don't stay.
What exactly were the terms he was thinking?
Well, let's start with 6 months. That way, if you totally hate it, you are not here too long, and you can at least get some cash in your pocket. So you can find something else.
It doesn't sound terrible to me, but I'm not going to make a decision for two people that aren't here.
Why don't you guys get your identities first, and then we can decide. I'll have contracts written up. That way I can use your names.
I think that
If
sounds
it's all
good.
the same
Max.
to you, I'd rather not have a contract, but
Well, given that you've already expressed your desire to leave, if I'm gonna employ you, I'm gonna want a contract. That way, I can have you for at least 6 months. It gives me time to find a replacement for you if you decide to leave. And if you break said contract, well, I don't have to pay you. It protects me.
yeah, but
I'm the
doesn't
one
do much to
who
protect me.
you can leave at any time, like I said. But like I said before, you also know all my secrets now, so I'm not going to be extremely generous when it comes to this particular arrangement, with the exception of the pay, of course.
Really just don't want to be tied down, man.
Then don't get married.
Wasn't planning on it. All right.
Like I said, we can discuss terms after you get your identities. For now, if you'd like to lend a helping hand for the 6-hour trip, you're more than welcome. If you'd like to rest, like your friend, feel free.
I'm surprised. I figured he had enough rest after that, but
No, all I gotta do is flip a switch.
yeah, Mimir will examine sort of this console and figure out what she can actually do.
Okay.
I'll do the similar. Go over to, I don't know, what science officer station, I guess.
That probably fits you best. For you, Sella, there's Gunner, and well, that's pretty much it. If you can pilot, he'll let you pilot.
That's probably my best skill.
The Gunner decided to go to sleep.
I mean, if you want, you can come over and learn the science station with me. I'm probably not going to be all that good in combat. Just if someone gets injured, I can go patch them up real quick. Call me Bones, not Spock.
Yeah, I think Pyro's going to have to man the engineering and the science officer.
Well, if Mimir comes over and takes a seat, Pyro's gonna like perk up and kind of like reach over. Mimir, before you touch anything, I have all systems optimized right now for our short trip, and please, well, I mean, is that the gunner seat?
That is the science officer seat. This
If-
one's pilot, and then this far right one is Gunner.
Okay. I'm not trying to be rude, but I just spent time to make sure everything was correct and that we wouldn't have any more incidents with our trip. And he's
Don't
sitting
fuck
like
it up.
very like straight backed in the seat and like
Probably the most confident you've ever seen him.
yeah. And I don't know if you noticed, but he is not like stuttering when he's talking.
Mamira's just gonna smile, and she's gonna look down at her console and try and move some setting one tick away from where Pyro put it.
If you're going to man the science officer station, I understand that you want to customize something, but if you're going to make drastic alterations, just it's not a big deal, but run it by me first.
Just gonna not say anything, just laugh.
And continually adjust the settings.
Headphone popped out.
Turn off the drive for the engines.
She's gonna
Shut the
turn
ship down.
to Maywool. It's like, do you know who this is? I don't know who this is. Do you know his name? Pointing to Pyro.
That would be the pyro guy. You know, sets things on fire. Really good with machines.
He does set things on fire?
Once or twice. I
Let's
mean,
say that out loud. No, he seems like a whole different person to me.
He's just in his element right now. It was always there. You just had to see him in his element.
His element's not fire, is it?
Depends what he's doing. I'll be honest with you. If he's killing zombies, then I would say yes, his element is more fire than machine. Here, though, it looks like he'll be a lot more machine element.
Better not be starting fires on my ship.
Hey, as long as there's no zombies, I don't think he'll do that. So, you know, don't pick up any zombies.
You didn't bring any zombies aboard, did you?
No, the one zombie we had already left.
Yeah.
Pyro.
And it starts to cry.
No, well, Pyro. Sorry, I was talking to my girlfriend. He would have raised an eyebrow at Mimir and just like, I guess, like tilted his head a little bit. Did I say something not correct, Mimir? And Captain, I told you that I wasn't going to set anything on fire.
No, it's
Just joking with your friends there, son. Don't take offense.
just surprising to hear you like that.
Well, I took lots of training in simulations, and I know lots about operating starships. Did something I say, I guess, did I use some words like that you're not familiar with? I'm not sure. I'm not. No, sorry. I wasn't saying like that you wouldn't like know like a word or something, but
Yeah, her face kind of fell from sort of cheery to annoyed. She's just gonna turn back to her console.
No, so, I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to say that you wouldn't know like.
Pyro,
You know,
shut up, please. I was
And
trying to
her-
pay you a compliment. Backhandedly, I admit.
I'm sorry. I just didn't understand. I guess what you were trying to say. And he'll kind of like sink in his seat a little bit and just like look down at his console.
Yeah, she's gonna stay. She's gonna keep looking at the gunner console. Trying to figure it out.
All right. Max just kind of chuckles to himself at your guys' repartee.
Holy shit!
And,
Emotion.
Yeah. Yes. And just starts piloting you guys a little bit faster to the location. Unless there's anything else you want to do.
Pyro's
take
just-
a lot of training in computers.
Pyro's just glancing over at Mimir every couple minutes.
Yeah, she's not paying attention. She's actually kind of into this. She's never been behind a actual ship.
No.
Why not? You both hooked up with Avasarla. Kinda.
Not really at all.
I mean, kinda. Her mouth was on both of your bodies.
True.
More so on Lucian's.
Anyone else know that Pyros just keeps going through the women? Stephanie, Avasara, now Mimir.
Just wait. So you guys take that 6-hour trip. He docks, has you guys hide in the shuttle room where his pod would be. As he docks, and then you guys can hear clearly some people come on board, or not. He doesn't have you hide in the shuttle room, but the secret hallway. Some people come on board, do their thing, and then they leave. He tells you guys that you can come out. Tells you where to find his friend Ford. He's normally found at a market of sorts in the park located a few miles from here. Probably be better for you guys to catch a bus. He gives you guys like 10 credits each so you can get there.
Cha-ching.
Erin departed the ship when we touched down the first time, didn't she?
Yes, she's an Alliance soldier.
Yeah, I figured.
Is there anything we know about Sirach before we actually leave the ship?
It's one of the most. It's an Alliance-run moon. It has one of the largest criminal elements of many planets. It's not the largest, but it is very large. Lots of gang activity. Lots of smuggling. Just lots of crime in general. In general, but it's also one of the most technologically advanced planets or moons. Again, not the most, not even top 10, but it is very advanced in comparison to many others.
So I'm not going to get in trouble from my armory just walking down the street, right?
No, you absolutely will. I mean, it's not against the law to be armed, but you better have the licenses for it. And anything that big, you will still likely be detained.
What sort of things do we need licenses for? Everything?
Anything that shoots.
Okay, just gun.
So
Is he going to
hide
get
the
us
gun.
these licenses too?
Ford could provide you with licenses, yes. It's not a license per weapon, it's a license to wield a certain type of weapon. Or to carry, I should say. So you can get a license for small arms, long arms, heavy arms, grenades. But some weapons will still require a certain military type license, but I don't think you have any of those.
So is this Ford? Is he just giving us this for free, like along with the identification, the
Ford
licenses
is
as well?
he's a friend of mine. I've already discussed with him that you'd be coming. He will probably require payments if it does require any sort of monetary payment. I agreed to pay that for your friends when they came to me. But he's more of a favor guy, so
Oh God.
just keep that in mind.
More commitments. Ugh. Yeah,
I
listen,
will-
you might want to leave the big gun home for this trip at least.
Unless you're very good at hiding things, I recommend you leave all guns here until we can get you the proper paperwork.
What is my sleight of hand? 3. Wonderful.
Are knives bad?
Pretty sure it's just guns and grenades.
Okay.
Yes, anything that
So-
goes boom.
So I can keep my tactical dueling sword. Don't need to hide that. Oh, I haven't changed.
You'll get some strange looks, but no need to hide it.
Okay, well, I'm going to keep my pistol on me because I'm pretty sure that's pretty well hidden.
We're level 5, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Just realized I never updated damage modifiers for these weapons.
5, I've been level 4. Not really. But yeah, I'll keep that pistol that I have hidden and my tactical star knife, and I'll leave everything else behind, sadly.
I will drop all my grenades and guns. Keep all my melee.
Well, I've still got my icicle shot. Can't confiscate that.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say from Amir. Her freaking ability makes her a gun.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess my static arc pistol, my semi-automatic, and my Thunderstrike sonic pistol are gonna have to go in the locker for now.
Pyro leaves all of his things. He has spells.
So
Pyro
Pyro's
leaves
now
his
naked.
clothes?
In our I guess like training, could I do like a culture check to like know any gangs or anything that we should definitely like stay away from?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and give me that.
All of them.
Yeah, bad roll.
Lucian will also ask how long we have on this planet before he just leaves us. And if there's any way that we can contact him in case something goes wrong.
Yeah, he'll give you a phone that, as long as you're on world, should be able to contact anybody on world. He programs his number in for you. As for your culture check, you know of the largest gang that you should avoid, but that is on this planet, but you can't remember their name.
Ooh, bounty hunter.
Yeah, that's actually my background.
Your theme?
Yeah, whatever it's called.
Ah, I see.
I really wish the second roll would stop being better than the first, though. Does that give us any additional information that we could use?
I think you broke Lost.
No, I'm reading what that thing does exactly.
I thought the bounty hunter was one specific person you name.
Yeah, that's what who are you, you need
Well,
to
there
choose
was-
a specific sentient creature that you can identify by name, alias, or specific identity to your mark, or to be your mark.
I thought there was also something about getting knowledge.
About the person.
I thought you could do it about other things as well.
Oh, wait. Sorry, go ahead. I have to look.
I'm
Nope.
confused.
Yep, it's just for your specific mark.
I mean, can I use profession bounty hunter for like general bounty hunter knowledge?
Once you get some information, yes, but you weren't provided any knowledge of that at the location. This will be your first real opportunity to acquire some of that knowledge. So
Okay.
right now, no.
Good.
If Kat or Matsu are your target or mark, you know they're not here on this planet.
As well as to recall knowledge about law enforcement individuals and practices.
I've given you everything that you know on law enforcement.
Okay. Was worth a shot.
Is there anything Max can tell us about the different races on here?
There's a bunch of races on this planet. A lot of them. It's not really monopolized by any one. It is one of the few Alliance planets like that. Many of the Alliance planets are, not many, but the most well-funded and like taken care of planets are human, elven, god damn it. Anything from the Pathfinder book. Dwarfs, gnomes.
Okay.
What about us? How do we stand in the universe at large?
There's, depending on your race, well, yeah, for all of you, there's many androids out there.
Captain and me are the same race.
Yes. You want to know about your race specifically?
Yeah.
Your race is, there's one planet that you guys are from. That's your home world, I should say, and it's populated with a lot of others. But your race dominates the population on that planet. There are a bunch of you out in the universe, but most of them reside on your home world. They have not chosen a side in this conflict of Alliance or Federation, but they are being, I shouldn't say attacked, they are, the Alliance is trying to take control of it. The only
Like
reason
our
they
people
haven't
north.
yet, is because the Federation is kind of stopping them.
I like our people even more, and the Alliance a little less.
What about the Federation? They're helping.
I still hate the Federation.
Biased bastard.
Yeah,
I just want
well,
to
you
know
get-
how we'll fare
get-
on this
you
planet.
get tortured for years. And
Speaking of, David, how old is your character?
1,
So you've been tortured for a year?
roughly.
So bitter.
Didn't like it. Chafed a lot.
Gross.
You weren't even tortured. You were just trained. You're welcome.
I mean, depends what type of training he went under to chafe.
Exactly. Besides, that doesn't sound like I'm the only one who dislikes authority figures over me. Might be a racial thing.
As for the treatment on this planet, Sella, you can expect to be treated pretty fairly. It's really only on the planets that the Alliance really dominates that most races are treated unfairly. At least that's what you've been taught.
Hmm.
And Max pretty much confirms that as well. And I decided to disconnect. So, yeah.
Awesome.
2 times in a row, even.
Yeah, right there.
Yep, just trying to mute myself while I grab myself something to munch on, and I keep disconnecting. So, you guys catch a bus? Call an Uber?
Yeah, I think so.
Sorry, guys.
You're good.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Time to party.
Party hard.
I have been since before the game.
What was that?
I said I have been since before the game.
Okay. So you guys catch a bus. And I'm guessing you guys can't see Dick.
I can see me.
Nope.
I got nada.
Cause get it, Richard Dick.
Mm,
Ha, 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 ha.
Made me smile.
That's the important part.
Camera.
So if you will all direct your attention to the bottom left-hand corner.
Or the
Shift
entire
wall.
screen.
And that's the bottom right-hand corner.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Thank you. I was
Yeah.
testing you.
he obviously
Nice
wanted us
catch.
to see that nice, beautiful, open, empty expanse of green lawn that he just mowed.
Fuck this bitch right here.
Okay.
And this
Oh, is
one.
that- Wait, who is that now?
It was
That
one of the
Lynn?
tokens that I used to represent Lynn before I got this one.
Hmm.
And does Lynn suddenly show up?
Lucian
No.
likes this one.
Lynn is dead. You
She
like
dead?
this one?
Uh-huh. Because
That's a
she's
man.
looking at him. Well, I mean, Lucian likes him too. I mean, you know.
Doesn't discriminate.
I'm just letting them know. So you guys come to this. I don't have. What have I done?
I ask myself that every day.
You don't want to know.
Okay. Sorry guys, I jacked up
It
a little
happens.
bit.
Every time.
Forgot about that.
That's why you never cut off the DM.
Okay.
L.
So, scale of 1 to 10, how screwed are we?
Well, I see Cad right here with his duck thing of flyingness. I think we should kill him.
Sorry, I forgot to do something and I'm doing it now.
Oh, there's a pretty lady with a harp.
That is also a man.
Well, you know, I just really don't discriminate. What's with this, you know, organic thing of discrimination? Pretty's
Well, you
pretty.
keep calling them ladies, and I'm just informing you that they self-identify as men.
It's probably just a robot thing. More than one gender confuses them. So,
I mean, most androids choose to you know, be either male or female. So
Lucian is banging pretty much any chick he can get his hands on, so he's got to know what a man and a woman is.
or
Okay.
he's just trying to bang everything.
It's possible. Okay, so as you guys approach the park where you were told you would meet with Ford, you see a gathering of people around this small stand, and this guy is yelling into the crowd. Come, brothers and sisters, follow the path of the the Galactic Guardians. We will take us somewhere new, somewhere better. those who have the powers given to us by the angel can guide us to our new home in the light. And he just keeps going on and on, he's preaching, basically.
For the Federation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Every man, woman, and child is needed and will be provided for. Other than something increasing his volume, you detect no magic.
Well, that was more sort of a religion check on what he's saying.
Oh. This is the first time that you've really heard of this religion. Well, I guess there was that time they told you about it, but you guys don't know anything about this religion.
But it sounds like that one time they told us about this religion.
Yeah. He preaches that this universe is dark and he's going to take everyone to their angel will lead them to the light, and that the guardians will protect them in this new home, and the people should help and want to leave and find this better place.
Mimir is just going to not pay attention to him.
I'm going to be watching to see if someone points us out, because
Nope, no one points you out. But after a minute or two, you do see police officers.
Escort him away.
Yep, they break up the crowd. These 4 gentlemen around him put up a fight, but they're all quickly detained and all led away. On the one in the top in this golden armor, he does have a sword. He seems very majestic, and every time the preacher says the guardians will protect us, he gestures to this person. And on his armor, which is a traditional medieval style type breastplate, you guys see this symbol.
does it look familiar?
No, you haven't seen it. And Rick, once you're done looking at it, you should probably close it on Robin's screen.
Good point.
Mir's gonna call to Mabel, see if he's coming.
Yes. Soon as I can figure out how.
Oh, right.
Okay.
So eventually, they're all detained and marched away. And the crowd kind of disperses.
How into it did it seem like the crowd was?
It was about 50-50. Some people thought it was utter nonsense and was just kind of paying attention because there was nothing better to do. And the other half seems genuinely like, let's do this.
Oh, okay. Did Max tell us I was supposed to look like? She'll say to the group.
Yes.
Oh.
He enjoys coming to this thing to perform music for the people. And he is in the handouts under alliances. I'm not going to pop it out. That way Rick doesn't have to go and close it.
Ford?
Yep, Ford.
Hey, the picture's blonde.
Well, yeah, I don't use tokens that match perfectly.
Well, just because what players can see and what tokens can see are different,
Fine.
I think I see him. I think I don't see him.
At the very least, you could probably hear him.
I was just joking, boss.
Well, I'm getting his actual token on the board, so meh. Meh, I say. Except for some reason, it's not in my list of tokens. Guess I'll refresh and fix that. There he is.
Just had to go to the powder room, that's all.
So, and he's just kind of sitting in the corner. He has a guitar out and he has the case on the ground and people throwing change and stuff when they walk by. He's just performing for the people who are shopping. And it's kind of like a farmer's market. There is lots of fresh produce and there's actually what appears to be like a butcher as well.
Well, you can't get much fresher than that. Killed tableside.
I mean, you could just not kill it.
I suppose. What
Did
is
it take
fun?
our full 10 credits to
Nah, it took like 3.
Oh, okay.
We're rich!
7 credits on my sheet.
Don't forget, we're gonna need 3 to get back to the ship. So you've got 4 credits, really.
You could walk.
So
How
you've
long
got
was the
4
bus ride?
credits, really. There's like 3 credits you need for the bus ride back.
You could walk.
How long was
I
the
could
walk?
also
I
split
mean, the
maintenance,
bus ride.
But, you know.
The bus ride was 3-4 minutes.
Oh,
It's only a 5-mile walk.
Which takes roughly 4 hours, give or take.
About an hour, maybe an hour and a half. Average walking speed is 4 miles per hour. So you get 4 miles in an hour. 5 miles would be then additional 20 minutes. So hour and a half.
Actually,
Mamir's gonna drop a credit into his bucket or his hat.
His
What was that?
guitar case.
That.
And
One of those things.
as you do, he keeps playing and he kind of gives you a nod in gratitude.
Pyro is just scanning the area as we're walking up to him.
Okay.
Hey, Pyro, see what you need to make a night vision goggles yet?
It might be easier for us to just buy them here. Pretty technologically advanced planet.
Yeah, but then I wouldn't know I could trust them.
So you approach and throw a credit in, and he kind of nods and keeps playing.
Mamir will just listen for a little bit and then I guess look at what's in the stall next to her.
Okay. You got fruits in that one. Mostly apples and peaches, and then there is also some. What the fuck? Let's get exotic with this. Some guavas.
Mimir, did you ask him? Is that the guy?
I mean, I'm pretty sure it is. How secret are we supposed to be? We're just supposed to go up to him and be like, "Hey, you the guy that forges papers?"
He told you his name. Go up and be like, "Hey, are you Ford?" A little less conspicuous, but it's your call. You can totally do that if you want.
Are you the guy?
I am the meat man. I am the meat man.
But yeah, I guess Mimir will go back up to him and greet him.
And when you walk back up to him, he winks at you.
She'll kind of give him a cheeky smile. Ford, I presume.
Indeed, madam. May I ask your name since you know mine?
Mimir.
Mimir, it's a pleasure to meet you. And he kind of gives you a little bow. He doesn't stop playing the whole time. What can I do for you today, Mimir?
Well, a friend of ours talked with you, and I believe we have some business to discuss.
Ah, you're the one that Max has on board, huh? All right. Well, and he actually stops playing now. And he starts packing up his guitar. You wish it was Leon. So he packs up his guitar. Sorry, that threw me for a loop. He takes all of the money that was given to him, and he can't play the lute or the guitar. So he packs up his guitar and all of his money. Puts it in his pocket. Well, if you want to accompany me over here, we can discuss it in a little bit more privacy.
And Mimir will kind of motion to Pyro and Lucian and Mavul, I'm sure, is around.
He's still at the extreme south end of the map.
Yeah. Kind of hanging out.
It's hard to move his token, though.
It's okay. We'll say you stick with us.
If
Actually-
Belkova has plus 30 to his perform, I don't know what he's been doing with his life.
Winning.
Well, I mean, he's got to, I'm sure, do a perform roll when he executes people in public.
Perhaps that could be it, I suppose.
Perform oratory is a thing.
Your mom's a thing.
Giggity.
Yes, she is. You want her? Cheap.
Well, Rob already dipped her, so it'd be rude
This
for
is
me to
true.
take her.
Yeah, but he never paid, so.
Oh.
Well, I'm not gonna pay for it.
Wait. Would that make it a ding dong ditch?
God. People are
Anyway,
God.
moving on. Moving on.
So, back to Ford.
Yes, he takes you into a house. He's got a little desk. It appears to be kind of his office space. Pyro, were you gonna go with him?
Yeah, sorry.
You sense his motives are to make money.
As we're walking with him,
My trust decreases.
Lucian looks around very conspicuously and doesn't see Jack.
Well, Jack isn't in this planet or on this planet. He's on a different planet. So
Which is why I don't see him.
exactly. So you guys go follow him into this building. It's a rather large, like, office building. He takes you into just a small little area of it that he appears to be leasing. Um, and he's got a desk and a bunch of filing cabinets, and it seems like your standard like business type office. So, my young friends, I understand that you wish to obtain new identities.
That is correct.
Well, new identities are not cheap and require a lot of effort. Now, I'm not willing to just provide these to anyone. But you seem like generous enough folk. Plus Max vouches for you. So I can have these made for you in a few days, but I do need some details from you. You willing to provide me with said details?
Depends what details you need.
Well, if you're not going to give me anything, then I can't help you.
Are they details for the papers?
Well, some of them. I'd need to know what you'd like to be called, as well as how old you want to be, and things along those lines. But I need to know who you are. It lets me create documents that say that you were elsewhere when certain things gone down that you're running from, or whatever it is that you need new documents for. I basically need to know what you're involved in. It helps me create legitimate papers that hide you from the authorities, or whatever it is you're looking to hide from. So, why are you here? What did you do? Who are you hiding from? What can I do to ensure you can use your name if you want? That's me out of game. I mean, you can do whatever you want. I need to know why you're running, who you're running from, stuff like that. Are you all running from the same person? Let's start off with that. Or group of people.
We're trying to not be visible to the same group of people, yes.
So you're all running from the same people. Excellent. That makes things a little easier. Do you all want to be in the same locations at the same time? You want me to keep them split up?
Which is easier? Which costs
Well-
less?
Well, it's going to cost the same regardless. I still have to put you somewhere, whether it's on this planet or a different planet, doesn't matter.
Separate
I'd say
locations?
split us up, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Split you up. Very good, very good. And what is it that you want to do for business exactly?
Out of character, would we have known how common mercenaries are?
Common mercenaries are not really looked upon friendly. You either have a military background. If you don't, then chances are you're only being employed by people who operate illegally.
And what's the chances of us retiring from any type of military at the age we're at?
0.
I mean,
I
we
mean,
could
you
get
can
honorable discharges. But
You technically could, but right now those end in execution.
oh, so yeah, no, not one of those.
Counter question. What sort of profession does it say on Max's papers, if you know that?
Max is a transporter of goods. Not far enough from his real job, of course.
That sounds good enough to me.
So you want to be crap, I can't even remember what it's called now.
Laborer?
I used to do it for fucking living and I can't remember what it's called.
Accountant?
A transponder?
No. Just not distributor. I don't fucking. It doesn't matter.
Small business owner.
What are the qualifications needed for, say, a bounty hunter? Out of character, and then I'll ask it in character.
Bounty hunters usually require some sort of law background. You'll need to take, or well, normally you take the classes that are provided for any sort of law enforcement officer, and then with that you can get a job going from planet to planet hunting specific criminals down.
Oh my god, how did I not think of this? Are hired guards a thing?
There is security, yes.
Is that generally difficult to do, or do you just sign up and they're like, here's your badge and pepper spray?
It usually requires some sort of law or military background before they'll accept someone. But they have just hired people before, but it also depends on the type of security. Security for an apartment building, for example, is not going to be the same thing as like security for a bank truck.
So theoretically, security on a ship could be either.
Well, remember, we don't really need to go get the job. We'll have Max is giving us one.
Well, yeah, but I'm worried about, like, say we're captured or we're boarded and they say, give me your credentials, and then they dig a little deeper.
By dig a little, like, is this something you're saying in game?
Kind of, yeah.
Okay, what do you mean by dig a little deeper?
Well, I mean, exactly what I said. What if we're confronted? We're obviously new to this planet, this sector.
Your paperwork will pan out. It'll say you worked for Sterling Industries, and if they happen to call Sterling Industries, you'll be listed as an employee at Sterling Industries. Will they find anyone who works specifically with you? Probably not, but it's a big universe.
Okay. Well, then, Lucian, you want both to be former law that went hired gun and
Lucian will just chuckle and spread his hands. I don't have really many other skills I could be professional grade, to be honest.
yeah.
I know a little bit about medicine, a little bit about engineering, but not enough to be hireable.
So, Lucian, you were a former law enforcement officer who is now serving as security officer on a ship?
That sounds good.
Okay. And you want your name to be Lucian, right?
Oh, of course not. Of course not.
And what would you like your name to be?
Jace Bajiri.
Jace Bajiri. Okay. Yeah, I'll let you change your name to that because I'm not going to remember it. I'll remember the Jace part.
That's fine.
All right, what about the rest of you?
Something similar. Former law enforcement. Going for a bounty hunter.
Law enforcement
gun.
bounty hunter.
Work that pays, basically.
Okay. And you, nervous looking fellow over there?
Oh, I guess you could put me down as
a starship engineer.
Ah, engineer, huh? Okay, what kind of score are we looking at for the schooling?
I'm fairly competent. I'm. Would I be familiar with like the scoring?
No.
You probably want to be more average. It's harder to trace.
Yeah, I was gonna be. We don't want to put
Yeah.
you in the top because if anybody recognizes that, then they could easily track down your associates and double check. So we'll say the higher end of average.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. And you're just gonna keep going with that. Sounds good. And you, Miss Mimir, I believe you said your name was.
Mm-hmm.
What is it you would like to do?
I'll stick with transportation of goods, like you said, Max had.
Okay, transport. Easy job to get into. That won't be too hard. Just need to add some references. And I forgot to ask the three of you what you'd like your names to be.
Well, mine's changed.
Daichi.
Yep.
Something else
Okay.
I have to figure out how to pronounce.
This
I
was
just
really
got Rule.
exactly why it needed to change.
Mm,
Logistics. That's what it is. Logistics.
That's logistics.
Well, logistics is what she'll be on the record as.
Okay.
Does she
That was
come with a
driving me
brown suit?
crazy. What was that? Sorry.
Does she come with a brown suit?
No.
Doll.
I had to figure out a name.
You can just put my name as Pyro. That's actually not my real name anyway, so that kind of works out.
Pyro. People are gonna look at that funny, but okay. We'll just say you had eccentric parents.
Rick the Pyro. No, that's probably bad.
Okay, do we want spotless records? Do we want criminal records? Do we want... What do we want?
Pretty sure spotless all around.
For the law enforcement, definitely. You two will need it. What about you two?
Bad boy, bad boy.
What looks better for someone in my profession?
In logistics, it wouldn't be terrible if we threw in maybe a drunken disorderly or started a fight or at least participated in a fight. Nothing
Speeding
too out
tickets.
there. Yeah, speeding tickets, exceeding port speeds.
Mine are normal civilian infractions.
Sure.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
Well-
Why not?
We'll put them on the lower end of things for you, though. That way no one looks at you too hard. And you, Pyro?
I don't think anyone would believe that I broke a law.
Very well. Okay, now for the question that I can see that you've all been avoiding. Why are you running? So I know what to avoid. I'm not trying to pry.
Lucian just looks at everybody else.
We just didn't like our homes.
You can avoid anything Federation. Don't want to be associated with them or have them notice us at all.
All right, running from the Federation. Awesome. What planet are you from?
Mm,
Knowledge check would be appropriate, possibly.
Are you asking which one we want to be from or originally?
No, originally from. Some planets have trade agreements with alliance planets. I mean, they're technically at war, but at the same time, you know how things go. Money is money. So,
I mean, we technically weren't from a planet.
station then. Okay, what was the name of the station?
We don't know. We kind of just got away from it.
And he kind of looks very quizzical at that. Okay. And then he kind of looks at you guys like really hard, like, all right. Like he's trying to gather if you're telling the truth. Interesting. Okay. Well, I think I have all the information I need.
That's not all I'm looking for.
Oh, what are you looking for?
Well, as I said, you know, security guard, all that. It fits me best. I know weaponry and I use weaponry. I need licenses.
We both will.
I believe we all will.
We all need some degree, but I need more than others.
So you just need the top tier license.
If it would
Common
be
misconception that you need a
believable.
license for everything. It's just one license that gives you access to certain firearms. So you'll have a Type 4 license, which is the highest that you can get if you want access to all sorts of weaponry to carry without, well, you'll still be stopped and law enforcement will desire to see said license, but once you provide it, you should be able to move along. That's what you want, right?
That would be believable with said background, correct?
Should be. Most law enforcement officers don't get extremely heavy weaponry, but if you're an eccentric type, it's not unreasonable.
Lucian will shrug, be like, that's fine then, sure.
So one Type 4 license, and you said you wanted a license too?
Yeah, just small arms. I don't go for the big stuff.
All right, Type 1 license.
The license would cover both small arms and grenades.
You'll need a Type 4 license for grenades, period.
Is that believable?
For person in logistics, absolutely. I mean, it's not unheard of for pirates to attack. For you to be able to defend yourself on your ship, it would be, well, it'd be reckless to use a grenade on a ship. I would go with no. It would not be believable, but it's not unheard of. I mean, if you want it, we can do it, but people will definitely scrutinize the license a little bit harder than with your friend over here.
Nah, I don't get it then. Just small arms then.
I can just give you one of mine if it needs to be.
Yeah.
I
Or you
mean-
could say you're carrying them for your buddy.
Well, you don't want to do that. That will get your friend in trouble, because if he has the proper license, he should know better.
Out of
However-
character, that's like, you know, having a 12-year-old drive with an adult.
Yeah.
Teach him eventually, right?
So what I can do is, or what you can do, like on your ship, and as long as you're not really in a city, and this is still illegal, mind, on your ship, you can do what you want, period. That's not against the law. You have a grenade, that's your business. On a planet, though, in a civilized area such as this, if you're carrying grenades and you're found or detained and that's on you, that'll be another charge, of course. If you go to, let's say, a forested area with said grenade, still technically illegal, but if you are found out by the police or any sort of law enforcement officer, they're less likely because you're not endangering others.
Plus paperwork.
Exactly. I mean, this, of course, is the exception, not the rule. You never know.
Right.
You might get that knight in shining armor who believes that everyone needs to follow the law 100% of the time. So just be cautious. Grenades are small and easy to hide. Don't get caught.
Got it.
So type 1 license for you then, Mimir.
Mm-hmm.
And Pyro, did you desire a license as well?
Yeah, I think I better. I only really use like small arms though.
All right, so type 1 for you as well. Okay. Well, here's the thing, guys. I do kind of owe Max a favor. He asked me to get you the paperwork for your identities. That I can do, no problem. I won't charge you a dime. Oh, what am I talking about? Dimes don't exist anymore. I won't charge you a credit. But the licenses, those are different. He pulls them out of his drawer, like basically ready to go already. I can have these ready for you by the end of the day. The identities will take some time. But the licenses, they're also much easier to trace to me. So what I would like in exchange for this, you can buy them if you like. That's not a problem. I charge 1,000 per tier. So for the type 1 licenses will be 1,000. The type 4s will be 4,000. Or you can do me a favor. The 4 of you, based on the fact that you need these licenses, seem like you could handle this situation rather easily.
Could you give me a moment while I make a phone call to our mutual contact?
Yeah, if you need to call Max, go for it.
And Lucian will pull out the phone and call the captain.
And while you do that, he just kind of pulls out his guitar and starts playing. Yes, what can I do for you? You're not
Okay.
in trouble, are you?
Oh, no. And out of character, that's how many tiers worth?
10 tiers.
3 tier,
altogether for all of us.
3 tier. Didn't you want a tier 1, David?
Oh, yeah. I thought Mimir was getting a tier 4.
No,
No.
she's getting a tier 1.
So,
So
yeah, just
7
tier
tiers, 7,000.
Okay, so we've negotiated what we're wanting and the prices for each. Turns out if we were to pay for it, it would be 7,000 credits. Is there a way we could have you front this and we can work it off, or do we need to deal with him?
I suppose if you really want me to pay for it until it's paid off, I could take your percentages until. Ow, damn it. Oh, fuck me.
You okay?
Yeah, I just hit my ear. I could front you the money, but I will take all of your percentages until that's paid off. Of course, I won't starve you or anything, but
Fed and house, but no cash.
yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to ask before I talk to the others and, just want to double check with you. It was okay before I even think about it. I will.
If he doesn't have anything you can do for him.
He does, but I want to consider all
Okay, yeah.
options.
He always has something. Always. Well, like I said, if it turns out it's too much for you, then that's the deal I'm given.
Of course. And I appreciate your candor and willingness to help us. I will call you back if we do indeed choose to go your route.
All right.
And
And
I will. Oh, good.
I was just gonna say he hangs up.
We hang up at the same time. Lucian will let the others know that we are willing, or he is willing to cover us, but he will in fact dock us 100% funds until then. We will be fed, etc., etc. Explain the whole situation, and then he will turn to the guy and ask what his terms are.
Well, I've got these people. They're taking over some of my business, you see. I'd like you to go put them out of it.
Do you have any kind of numbers?
Well, there's a few of them. I don't know why it takes so many to do my job. I do it all by myself. Well, I have an assistant, but still, come. 30 people to do this, it's not that hard.
Well, they also have to defend against you, therefore against us.
Well, I don't have to defend against you. You don't see me waving 30 people around.
You're the big guy, aren't you?
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Regardless, if you have numbers that could possibly help us prepare.
What do you mean by numbers?
How many people we're up against?
They have approximately 30, but he's pretty sure half of them aren't there half the time.
Oh, well, that's much more manageable.
That said, you want us to take out all 30, though, right?
I'd be fine with you burning their supply. Maybe the building they run out of.
Should we kill the leader or just simply the supply?
Oh, no. I'd rather you didn't kill anyone. That just brings heat.
Okay,
Kill their
I'm with you.
supply, burn their building down. Make sure that it's known that this is my business in my territory, and if they want to continue, they should leave.
I have a
Okay,
weapon that
so-
could accomplish that.
Who are they associated with then?
They're known as the Dark Bloods. They're new. These new age gangs. So
Are they
stupid.
connected to anything bigger?
Not from what I could gather.
I don't want to start a gang war. That'll be
Oh,
bad
well.
for us, it'll be bad for you.
Are you a gang?
No?
Yeah, we should be good then.
I just don't want some people to come back to you if we make it known this is your territory.
Oh, well, I am tied to the big guy. I doubt they'll come after me.
Okay, well. Just looking out for you.
That's
have-
appreciated.
Something you didn't want to be into.
I have one problem, though. As previously discussed, I operate via weaponry, and that could be a problem. Would it be possible for you to at least front me my paperwork for the weaponry, and then we complete this deal, and then you give us the rest?
I'm sorry, that's not how this works. If you need to carry a specific weapon there, I suggest you get a case, as he holds up a guitar case. Kind of slides it over to you.
Do I think it would fit my heavy weaponry?
Probably not that, but he doesn't know what you have, so.
Go get a tuba case.
He's learned to play the cello.
You can fit a dead body in a tuba case.
I mean, I still have that non-lethal weapon that we had at the start of the game.
Yeah, I've got one of those. But I don't. Would non-lethal versions of small arms and long arms be as bad to carry?
There is no official real law about non-lethal guns. Most people don't carry those. It'd be like carrying a BB gun, so not really, but you could still be charged with assault if you shot someone with it.
Okay.
I'll ask, like if he has like a tuba case or whatever that I could buy relatively cheap.
I don't play the tuba.
Do you have a source here? I mean, we're not from here. We have no contacts.
Sorry, I order online.
What's the shipping like?
Well, I pay for Prime, so instantaneous.
Could we borrow your account for a second?
No.
I mean, you get a free tuba case out of it.
Again, I don't play the tuba.
You don't have to keep a tuba in it.
Why would I carry a tuba case full of something besides a tuba?
Why indeed? Why indeed?
I'm sure we can find a music store.
Yeah.
Okay, well, the more details you can give us about the locations, patterns, etc., the easier we can pull this off, the quicker we can get to you and have our business done.
Their people are gone during the evening hours. Well, half of their people are gone during the evening hours. The other half, I presume, keep producing whatever it is they're producing. And then half of them leave with it at night. They come back in the morning when normal folk are out, I assume to rest. And all resumes again the next day. They do leave about an hour before the sun goes down. And they return a couple hours after sunrise. It's not always the exact same time, and not all together either. According to my informants, sometimes some come home much earlier or return much earlier, but it's far and few in between. And let's see. He gives you the location. It's kind of a warehouse district area. They're operating out of a small warehouse. He does tell you that he has seen them armed, and they're pretty heavily armed. So, again, don't kill anyone. That just brings the heat, and I like it cool.
If we can avoid it.
What are the guard patrols like there?
There are no guards on the outside, and I can get someone inside, so I don't know.
Just because we're not from this planet, roughly how long is the night right now?
It's about 11 hours.
Okay, so we just had an equinox recently. We're going to.
So you just want us in there, destroy the warehouse and any product they have there, and then leave?
Basically, yes. Destroy the building. Make sure whoever's in charge learns that this isn't where he's going to be operating anymore.
If they were to die in a fire, and I'm not saying they will, but if they were to die in a fire, accidentally someone gets trapped, I'm not going through and dragging people out. If they were to die in a fire, would that be okay?
Again, I'd prefer that no one died.
I mean, we're not going to sweep the building for stragglers.
When people die, law enforcement gets involved.
Wait a second, we pull the fire alarm before we set off the bombs?
I doubt they'd run out. But that's for later. We,
Mm. If-
we need to go.
If keeping the people alive is too hard, I suggest that you take your friend's deal, Max's deal, because if anything comes back to me because people died, I will be very angry.
Hmm?
Yeah, but 4,000 credits is a lot. I'm broke.
I
Perhaps you
think
should
we'll
come back
split the
after you
7,000
earn some
between
true
the four of
cash
us.
then.
Yeah, but we kind of need those things to earn the true cash, so damned if you do, damned if you don't, sort of deal.
You know what? Hell
Sounds
with
to
it.
me like Max is giving you a really good loan option.
How about this, guys? We pool all of our resources, and I know this is lopsided towards my benefit, but we pool our resources, help each other get established, so we can help each other after we're established. Take the loan, get our gear.
I mean, I assume the 7,000 will be split between the four of us anyway.
Well, I mean, it comes out of our individual pay, so I mean, I'm broke for years.
Well, depends on if we get some really lucrative runs with Max.
I tend to plan on the long run, on the worst case scenario, so I mean, it's up to you
don't mind
guys.
going and doing this favor. It sounds easy enough. We can
Keeping people
do-
alive? I mean, that's not what I do.
Well, we can pack the non-lethal gear. Just remember where we stashed the bodies and drag them out before we set off the fire.
But that's 15 people.
Well, hopefully some of them will be smart enough to run out of the building when the fire starts.
People are idiots. Organics, stupid.
Yes, they are. We know.
Well, I think that we should just take the loan. I just think that there's too many variables. I'm trying to do this favor. There's no guarantee that we can, even pull this off, and not killing anyone, and the authorities not getting involved.
Yeah, he said one person dies, we're fucked. One person out of
He
15.
implied that. He didn't say that would happen.
He said if it came back to him, you're fucked.
Right.
Lucian points at him. Pissed, right? Pissed. One person. Pissed.
Well, if I'm pissed, others get involved.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to make if you our enemy, so I'm gonna go with maybe not probably kill people, considering how our luck goes.
Yeah,
We
I
will
mean,
most
like,
likely kill someone.
we're here to be friends, right? I mean, just friends.
All right. You guys want to go do the loan? Fine. I'm not going to go do that favor by myself. I'll definitely get someone killed.
I
Probably be me.
don't think you'll be pissed then.
I'm sure you
he
take
did
a
say
couple.
if someone dies, the law enforcement gets involved. That's one way to shut down that group. Get law enforcement all over them because they killed someone.
Oh no, I'm sure they'll kill you and hide your body somewhere.
But that's why I count on you guys to find my body and make it known that they killed me.
But we'll be in space with licenses.
No, he said it'll take a couple days to get the identification.
And Drax will just wave his. God damn it. Lucian will just wave his hand and be like, "Ah, semantics. We're taking the loan." And then he opens the phone and makes the call.
Do you want to change your new pseudonym to Njax?
You know what? Why not?
Oh god, 2 injections.
Last
I
name
mean-
is the same already.
I mean, I've got like 4 names I use for any of my games. You guys just haven't ran enough for me to reuse them.
I'm the same way. I use Aster in just about everything, though I really like the name Bellion now, so that's going to be a new one for me.
I tried to change it up, but I definitely like some better than others.
Well, I'm happy you managed to find a new name.
It's called the English to Welsh Translator.
And it sucks for everybody else. By the way, please update with your cover names, please. Please.
Everyone has.
Except for. Oh, yeah, no, everyone has.
Oh,
Did you. How do you pronounce your Scylla?
Mayura?
I figured you guys were gonna
Mayura?
do like what I did, what
Because
your actual name is.
it looks even more like Mira to me.
Maybe she did it on purpose.
I contemplated just making it Mira.
Mira.
So now I'm gonna have to remember your real names while reading your physical changed names.
You want me to put both?
I mean, I did to be nice. But yes, Lucian makes the phone call and lets the captain know that we are going to take his loan.
Okay.
We just really didn't feel like we could perform without failing, so you're the safest bet. Sorry, thanks, love you.
Okay. He asks you to give the phone to Ford, and he writes down some numbers, gets on his computer, does some stuff, and it's like, all right, looks like everything's in order. I'm sorry, I couldn't convince you to help me out.
Well, I mean, there's always the future. It's just without those licenses and some better gear, there's a good possibility we would fail and make another enemy, which is bad for us at this point.
Well, I mean, I apologize if it made it seem like I was threatening you with death. I mean, if you didn't run from me, I wouldn't hunt you down. But it's fine. I understand. No offense taken. Well, if you want to come back to me in, I don't know, 4 days, I should have these prepared. The licenses, of course, will do you no good without the ID, so I'll just hang on to them until everything's done.
That's fine.
Sounds good.
All right.
Should we come back here, or should we meet you somewhere else, or a drop point?
Well, swing by the ship.
If it's any time between noon and 3, I'm usually playing right out there. If it's before noon, don't look for me before noon.
Got it.
After 3, I should be here until around 9.
Roger that.
I'll definitely be here until that late. 4 days from now, so you guys can come and pick up. But I'll be here from 3 to 9 in 4 days.
We'll try not to keep you late.
I'd appreciate that.
I mean, no promises, traffic and all that, but we're not going to show up at 10 expecting the still better stuff.
Okay. So you guys just head back to the ship?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Actually, is there anywhere around here that we could stay without costing us like a billion gajillion credits?
Well, you could probably sleep on a park bench if you don't mind.
Like 60 credits a night at most hotels in the area, at least cheap hotels.
That's a million bajillion credits, so we'll go back to the ship.
Okay. How you getting back to the ship?
Well, we've got the time. We might as well walk. Because we got to come back out here and go back tomorrow. or 4 days, whatever.
Everybody walking?
He
Mine's
sounds really excited about that, guys.
Sure.
Pyro and
Actually, why don't we
Daichi?
take the bus now and we'll walk on our way back from getting our stuff.
Okay, whatever.
That way, if we get into trouble, we can just, we have papers for when we get mugged and have to kill someone because they tried to mug us and kill us.
Well, I mean, if that happens, I think we're in trouble regardless.
Well, just remember to pack your non-lethal stuff.
So you guys taking the bus?
Yes.
Yeah.
And the bus gets hijacked.
Probably.
Rob, you taking the bus?
He's not back yet.
He disappeared?
Yep.
Yeah, he said BRB.
Ah,
We'll just force him to spend the 3 credits and he comes with us.
okay, sounds good. Well, when you get on the bus, after about 2 minutes on the bus, several police officers get on board, and it is a random ID check.
Cool.
Of course.
I'm just fucking with you. Because my trolls know no end.
I mean, we kind of all figured something was going to happen. No matter
Okay,
which
guys,
way we
this
went.
is just like Final Fantasy VII. So we run to the back of the bus, escaping the scans until we finally have to jump off and go through a duct.
So you guys make it back to the ship just fine. No problems whatsoever.
So we probably just hang out.
Okay.
So we decided to take the loan, right?
Nope. And
Yeah.
missed out on the experience and possibly
Yeah,
having
that's
somebody
fair.
hate us.
They killed all 15 of the gang members. And now, not only are the law enforcement officials looking into Ford, but so is the military. You guys have bounties out for you now.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we would have killed at least a couple of people.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
would have went
we
back.
already had bounties out on our heads, so,
No, you don't.
Well, now they think we're dead currently, but still.
No, they don't. They don't know dick.
I bet boss spent forever on this encounter too.
I didn't spend forever, but I did spend a little while building the map. But
I mean,
that's,
I was trying to push him to go do it, but no one wanted.
I'll show you guys the map. Here's the map that you can't see because your tokens aren't on the board.
Well, I wasn't going to say anything.
It looks like a great map. We would have had so much fun doing this little encounter. Fun fact, I can only scroll up and down, not left and right.
You guys can explore this for a little while. I'm probably nope, never mind. I was gonna call it if we did the encounter because that was gonna take a long time. But yeah, we can keep going.
I mean, we technically can't explore. You have all the doors closed.
Oh, I didn't leave an opening there for you guys. I left an opening on every other door.
There we go.
I'm pretty sure we would have killed somebody though, just somehow, and it would have come back on us, and it would have been bad.
Oh yeah, that's a guarantee. Someone would have died during all the fight. If not during the fight, then during the fire, someone was gonna die.
Well, I fully expected you guys to murder everyone once you found out that it wasn't actually a forging business like he thought it was.
Sex trafficking?
And drugs.
Cool. Yeah, probably.
That just
No,
means
no, our
more
job was
people would
just
have
to
died.
I
Our
was
job was just
I-
to scare them and get them to stop.
I won't lie, when you said you're gonna light the whole building on fire, I was like, fuck, they just killed like 30 innocent girls.
I mean, we said we'd come back later. Possibly.
Still. I was concerned for you when you said you were gonna light the building on fire.
We said he wanted us to destroy everything.
I'm aware.
The girls would be part of their supply.
I guess that's true, but use your fucking brain. Anyway, so the 4 days are pretty uneventful. Max is setting up deliveries and is loading up the cargo ship. He gets you guys to help with whatever he can during the 4 days. It's pretty uneventful though. Oh yeah, no, the Black Bloods, they're definitely gonna grow in power while you guys are gone. That's for sure.
Figures.
You guys had the opportunity to stop them while they were small, but no, had to play it safe.
Ford asked us for help again. Hopefully he'll let us kill them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, bigger risks, bigger rewards.
Hey, if he's connected to the big man and he doesn't like the sex trafficking, he could,
Oh,
have people go in and break it.
the big guy's just as into that as everybody else.
Exactly. The big guy might even go in and break the competition. That's the word.
That's kind of what they were trying to get you guys to do.
Well, he can have someone go in when they're not afraid of killing people.
Thank you, Captain's Log. So yeah, 4 days goes by, and then he brings you, or yeah, you guys can go back. Where do you want to meet him?
What time is it?
Well, you guys wake up, so it's 9.
Probably wait until he said what? 12 to 1 for the park?
12 to 3.
So we'll head out at noon and meet him in the park.
Works for me.
Sounds good.
So you guys approach him in the park about 10 minutes after he starts playing. He sees you guys approach him, and he just kind of sighs. He goes, "You can't even give me an hour to enjoy what I want to do." All right.
No, if you want to play, we'll just hang out for a few hours.
And he just kind of looks at you confused, like, I assumed you came early because you wanted your shit, but if you want to hang out for a few hours, okay.
And Jex will stage whisper to everybody else, this guy doesn't know what he wants.
So if you guys just let him do his thing, he's here until 3.
Well, I assume we're like 1 credit to our name.
Roughly. Well, you, me, and Pyro. Mimir's kind of broke.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I give him the 1 credit.
I mean, if a credit can buy enough for 2 people to eat, Lucian will split a meal with Mimir.
Okay.
mean, it is a farmer's market. You probably need like 100 credits to buy anything.
Anyway, so a few hours later, when he's all done, he takes you guys to his office. Well, as promised, here is the identities for you. Daichi, Pyro. Okay, so you changed it to
I did.
Millite.
Sure, let's go with that.
Do you have a way you want to pronounce it?
Not really.
Mimir.
I liked Mimir,
Mimir.
but
I mean, we can still call each other that when we're not using our cover identities.
I know. You could change the name to Mayvul.
I was thinking,
Malite?
yeah, like elite, but Malit.
Malit. Okay.
That's wrong. Why does that say that?
So he gives you guys your identities. He passes out your licenses. Last time you were here and you told me exactly what you were running from. I must admit, I had another client. Appeared about 5 years ago. And then he explains, he was basically asking for the exact same thing that you guys were. So I gave him a call. Does the words, subject, and custodian mean anything to the four of you?
We'll save to
custodian's a
not.
janitor-like thing, right? Is
You
there a
guys
difference
talk.
between custodian and janitor?
Technically, no. Give me a bluff check, not a will save.
Well, that was based to see what I try to do.
Ah, okay. Well, Pyro gives it away at the very least. Well, look, if you don't want to talk about it, that's fine. The thing is this guy was running from the same thing you were, and he asked me for a favor, which I had to pay him because he kind of did me one, and asked me to inform him if anyone came seeking the exact same thing. So here's an address, or rather coordinates, to a lovely little asteroid he owns. And he slides it on the table. If you ever feel inclined to look him up, he'll be waiting for you.
Pyro, he'll, like I said, glance at the rest of the party. You said that he was running. How many years ago?
He disappeared about 5 years ago, or I helped him disappear 5 years ago.
By the way, there is a 26 sense motive check on him. as he goes into the story.
Okay. You don't detect any sort of falsehood.
Wonderful.
Other than us, is he the only other person that you helped with a similar story?
Yes. That is why your situation was so interesting when I heard it. God. Anyway, sorry. So once I started, once I heard your guys' story, I did, like I said, him a favor. He did me a favor, so I would do him this favor. He would like to meet with you, but I can't make you. And understand your reluctance.
So since you sold information about us, what does that get us?
Absolutely nothing.
Not what I was hoping to hear, but kind of what I expected.
Lucian gives him the scowl. Did we already get our papers from him, or is this
Yeah,
before?
yep, you're free to go.
Lucian gives him the scowl and walks out.
I mean, he's in
Was
it for the money.
pleasure doing business with you.
Um, I think I'm the oldest. There's no subject that I knew of that like didn't return, right? So I think I'm 5 years old.
You are 5 years old. Some of them, some subjects, for all of you, you all are aware of this, regardless of how old you are. Some subjects who were injured beyond healing or were problematic were basically euthanized. There was no real hiding that. And they made it kind of, they didn't openly admit that they were euthanizing them, but it was one of those everybody knows anyway type of things.
They disappear in a certain way.
Yes. Mimir, when you kind of look at him, he explains a young man, or a youngish man, I guess, blue hair, 2 different shades, approximately 19 looking, very fine features, elven. And it describes a lot of elves, really. But there was one person 5 years ago who everyone assumed was euthanized. And based on the description that he gives you, this could be him.
Do I recall his name?
Give me a wisdom check. Holy crap. His name
Much
was
better than my intelligence.
His name was Tilden.
And these were his exact measurements.
Is there anything else I recall about him?
He was a pretty nice guy. He didn't like being there. And he made that pretty well known. He fought back a lot. And that's why everyone assumed he was euthanized, is because he always put up a fight against the custodians.
Mm. All right.
I feel that what?
The bluff check.
I didn't even roll.
Exactly.
Maybe you just fidgeted nervously.
It's what he does, man.
Exactly. I love it.
Pyroed.
If this guy spent like even 5 seconds of pyro, he would have seen about 6 seconds worth of fidgeting. So I don't really know that pyro can give away anything since he's always fidgeting.
And he has like a plus 20 bluff.
I don't actually.
That'd be amazing, though.
Yeah.
This whole
Fidgeting
time he's
is
just
all
bluffing
percent.
everybody.
Yep.
Well, it's up to you guys how to react. Lucian kind of stormed out. Pissy as always.
Pyro scans the coordinates, so he has just in case. He's curious, but I don't know. We're in like a really weird situation now. Like he kind of wants to get off this planet.
Well, if we decide to go, we have the coordinates now. As
Yeah,
I'm
it's an
sure you're
option.
aware, Ford, we don't actually have transportation of our own. We're kind of at wherever Max is gonna go. So,
For the next 6 months.
at least.
Well, it depends. Maybe we've been talking for a little shorter, but probably not by much.
Probably not.
I was actually thinking that it might be good for us to establish a recent job history. I mean, Max technically does run a legitimate business operation. I mean, we have our papers now. If we could just learn to maybe blend in a little more and like establish like I said, like a credible job history, it might like, let us, fit in more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And
well, I'm just not sure how long we want to stay.
I don't want to stay there too long either, but
Well,
we
we
are
can
going
discuss
to need
this
money.
Not in this office, right? We can let Ford get back to his business of playing in the park or
The only
whatever.
person who said they left was Lucian, so I assume this was happening in the office.
Which is why I'm kind of trying to curtail it. We can discuss this, somewhere where we're not keeping Ford tied up, right?
By all means, if you want to hold your discussion here, that's totally fine.
I guess you're right. We can have this conversation somewhere else. But it was a pleasure doing business with you, Ford.
Indeed, it was a pleasure,
Yep.
Mimir.
And I do hope if you fulfill any more favors with our information, you'll let us know as well.
I guess, but you'll owe me one. Is that acceptable?
Depends on how much you're going to be giving out our information.
Well, if you want me to and not give it out, that will also require a favor.
Well, I'm going to look at Mimir and Pyro.
She's gonna shrug. Do you want to owe him a favor? I mean,
Not really. I'd rather he owed us favors.
then let's go.
Okay.
Pyro will just kind of smile and nod his head at Ford and thank you. and he'll just follow everyone out.
You are quite
Have a good
welcome,
day.
sir. Make sure you use your name appropriately.
Malit, Puro.
Pyro.
Oh, I thought he pronounced it differently.
I said pyro, but I spelled
come I
it
keep-
P-I-E-R-O-E.
Pyro. How come I
Do you have
keep hearing David's phone
pronunciation?
go off, but there's no actual like conversation happening? Oh, are you guys talking in your party plotting nonsense?
Because David needs to pick his damn phone off the table.
It's not even on a table.
Just likes making noise.
Exactly. Yeah, I was just going off the pronunciation you put in the chat. PEER-OH.
Yeah, if people ask, he'll say it's Piro.
No different than Lionel.
So you guys head back to the ship.
Yep.
All
We're gonna have
right.
to hoof it.
Yep.
So you guys still get there relatively simple. No problems whatsoever. Just kind of a long walk. When you get there, Max, so you guys got everything all situated?
For the most
Yeah, for
part.
the most part. You guys got loose lips, though.
Well, if he's got loose lips, then he's got a reason for it. He doesn't normally betray confidence. He's never told anyone about me anyway. I've never heard him telling anybody about anybody else.
That you know of. He admitted to us he told people about us.
Well, perhaps he owed someone a favor. He works in favors. Dude's a fucking fairy. It's bizarre.
So, I say again, you've never heard about him telling people about you.
I totally agree. I'm just saying.
Anyway, I don't know if my friends accept it or not, but he told them about some guy who was asking about us.
Oh, someone's already asking about you? That's probably not good.
Yeah, and he told them about us.
Interesting.
So, be aware, be on guard. His fault, not ours.
I'm not worried about it. Like I
do
said,
think,
Ford and I are more than just. Sorry, Rob, go ahead.
I do think that we should check out these coordinates though. As far as I knew, no one ever and he'll kind of like glance at what's his face, Max. No one has experienced something like us before. So seeing as we just got our papers, maybe he can give us some tips or something.
Well, if he's like you guys, I'd be okay making that trip. You guys need some closure or whatever. I don't know.
Need to pay off some debts first, I feel.
Yeah, I mean, you guys do owe me 7,000.
Yeah, let's get working on it.
I give good massages.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's
How
an electric
good?
massager.
Oh, let's go to your quarters and I can show you.
Well, like I said, if you guys want to go meet this guy, I'm fine with it. But I'm not leaving here until I get my pod.
What do we need to do for that?
I've already taken care of the necessities. I got the loan. I paid the guy to build it. Just waiting for it to be built.
How long will it take?
Well, it could take a while. I suppose I wouldn't mind going and meeting this friend of yours while we wait for it. It's not doing any business anyway, so.
Pyro will go over to, or I guess he'll just give him the coordinates. Ford, he said that it was an asteroid. I'm not really familiar with the coordinates, though.
He plugs it into his computer and he goes, "Oh wow, that's like the Hamptons of asteroids. There's so many in that area. Your guy must be loaded."
Really?
You might
I
be able to
mean-
buy your 7K debt if he's truly Frand. I don't know why I went lazy to Southern, so deal with it.
He's been drinking. It's okay.
I
That
don't know
doesn't
about
seem
you
like a
guys, but
bad option.
I'm actually really curious about this guy. So I really think that we should go talk to him.
I'm still pissed that Blabbermouth was talking about us.
Yeah, I'm not happy about that either.
And he said he'd do it again.
Exactly.
Well, even more so, because Ford said that this guy, that he actually owed this guy a favor. So maybe if we go and talk to him, he'll let us know how to like get Ford to owe us one.
I mean, it's pretty easy. Just go do things for Ford.
Yeah, I mean, he still has that thing he wants us to do, and there's nothing we want him to do for us. We've got our papers now.
I mean, the risk of killing people is still there, and then again, Ford is an enemy.
Well, now I can open carry my non-lethal weapon.
I mean, you could kind of do that already. You would just have been stopped.
With no papers or identification.
Well, yeah, but you could have still done it. Just don't get stopped.
So this new ID is kind of different for you. You're kind of like a whole new person.
Not really. It's
You
just
used to be more
alias.
cautious. Anyway,
Yeah, then our life just got screwed over, and there's no real point in being cautious because shit's gonna hit the fan one way or the other.
So this asteroid is probably like a week out. It wouldn't. I mean, my pod's not going to be done for at least a month. Takes a long time to build.
you wanted to stay here for that long with no jobs?
I don't know if you know this, but a pod that can't be tracked is very useful for getting things on and off a planet.
That doesn't mean you couldn't do like legitimate work.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of did
Legitimate
all right.
work pays nothing.
Yeah, but it's still something to do. Keeps you from being bored.
I have a savings. I'm fine. Vacation is, well, not optimal. But besides, the payday that I got for dropping stuff off at the last stop we were at, it'll hold me over till then.
Okay, well, if you want to just cut a month off our contract, then.
Well, we haven't signed any contracts yet.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If we sign a contract and we just sit here for a month, you're basically just giving us a month free.
That's why I'm not signing the contract yet.
Lucian punches a door and goes to his room.
I mean, if you're willing to take us to this planet, I don't know if everyone wants to go for free, then it doesn't seem like a terrible option. Or
Seems like
asteroid,
a
not planet.
complete- Seems like a trap to me, but that's just me.
Eh,
It's your call. I have nothing better to do. I've got no friends on this planet, no family on this planet. The only thing I've got is my girl here. You kind of past the whole of the ship. So if you guys want to kill some time, I mean, with the new reactors, there's no such thing as fuel anymore. So it costs him time. It'll probably be cheaper because he doesn't have to pay a docking fee.
Legitimate jobs for the month or so he's not going to have this secret pod.
Say we won't hyperspace or anything because that does cost money, but it should take us like a week just to get there with the engines.
Well,
But it's
well,
your
like
call.
I
If you-
said, I think that we should go. And Pyro will look at everyone else like eagerly.
we might as well see what this is about. If someone else was actually able to escape. I mean, I remember him, the person he was describing. I figured he just died.
And as far as we know, that there's no way that that information, would have gotten out. Only if he actually did escape. So
And he's been out for so much longer and is apparently rich. He could probably help us out both culturally and maybe financially,
If it's not a trap.
if it's not a trap.
Which is a pretty big if you ask me. Hey, if that's where you guys want to go, whatever.
Such a cynic.
You say cynic, I say realist.
I'm saying cynic.
no. Why did you do that?
I
Like
was wondering
neon.
if you would notice that.
Neon pink and Comic Sans. Disgusting. Oh,
Hey, if
winding.
this is gonna be my station, I'm gonna set it to what I like.
I if you want to set the settings the way you like, that's fine. But the way I did them, it was optimal. But fine.
All I've done is change the background picture.
Now it's distracting.
Now it's something to look at as you're cruising through space and nothing's happening.
You got internet. You could look at porn.
Pyro had it set to the language input device, C++.
What's wrong with having it all in Comic Sans?
My eyes bleed. So, you guys want to go see this friend of yours?
Well, it's a 2v2.
2v1, I think. I don't care really.
Lucian's just pissed that people are talking about us without our permission. He gets pissed at everything, in case you haven't noticed yet.
We noticed.
Yeah.
And
We all noticed.
well,
Or not.
if Mayville doesn't care, based on Lucian's past performances, or not performances, but I guess decision-making process, he's gonna not care either. I think it's 2-0, right?
High five, Pyro. We make all the decisions.
Has Pyro even asked about everybody's background yet? Because he wasn't in the same group we all were.
Not. I mean, he asked like everyone got together and discussed like a basic personality and like quirk stuff when we were on the low tech world because we thought we were gonna-
didn't.
Oh, I thought we all said that we all discussed that.
Yeah, when you're on the other planet, or with Aster and Venra and stuff.
Yeah, I thought you brought it up that we were all gonna have to know each other's abilities and stuff.
Yeah. Training exercise that everyone thought was a good idea for the most part.
Lucian only participated in communicating like the hand signals and getting to know everybody's movements and stuff. He never went into personal stuff.
Okay.
But if everybody else did, I mean, that's separate.
No, I was saying I think nothing deep, but we all got to know like baseline stuff. But Pyro doesn't. He hasn't really asked anyone because he's not. He thinks he's still intimidated by you. Mayville, like he is unsure how to interact with him because he's very like passionate.
Very
But-
intense.
Yeah. And he thought he was friends with Mimir, but he did something wrong and he's trying to figure out how to not do that again. Hasn't come up yet, but
Okay. So we're gonna go off to that asteroid then
Mm-hmm.
Sounds about
next
right.
week. Well, I tried to put an encounter in there. I really did.
Like I said, we're just never going to hit this next level. They're like, a mission? No, that's too dangerous. We can't do that. We're going to be like level 14 by the time the game ends, and we're all going to die.
I mean, I got some experience today.
10.
And
Congratulations.
how much did everyone else get?
Lucian runs out and slaps Mabel, and then runs back in.
Everybody else should have leveled up. For RP alone, everybody gained 1,000 experience points, which the next level was at 15. So you all should have leveled up,
Thank goodness.
except for-
Huzzah.
except for Pyro, because he already leveled up.
Yeah, Pyro killing an entire city. Interesting session, though.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad I got two of you to drink the tea.
Good.
Finally have
I'll admit-
legitimate papers.
I did
Say that again?
expect it to actually be Kadir in disguise.
You expected who to be Kadir in disguise?
I expected Matsu to be Kadir in disguise.
That's what
yeah,
I thought when you had that accusatory tone.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. But alas, it was not.
Yeah, I really hope Lucian never sees him again.
Kadir?
No,
Matsu.
Matsu.
Oh, why is that?
Lucian will try to murder him.
Okay, if you try to murder him, he'll try to murder you back. I mean, that's fine. If you want to do that, go for it.
Well, I mean, he's already fumbled twice and hit himself unconscious twice.
That's fine. Again, he's not going to take shit. So if you want to try and murder him, that's your call. If you want to be completely unreasonable, totally
Unreasonable. Poison me. That's unreasonable.
No, it's-
Hey, we respect your decision to not follow us, but we're gonna join these guys. Have a nice life. That's reasonable.
Drugging people and locking them in a closet.
it was a bedroom,
The
Yeah,
side of a
beds at the
closet.
least.
and Max was the one who locked you in, but you're still
At
following
their
him.
request. At their request.
I don't think Lucian's happy about following Max either.
Not particularly, but he needs a group to survive.
You don't need Max.
I need the rest of my group who agreed to follow him.
Plus, Max has the contacts for now. Once we've got Max's contacts, then we can replace him.
Well, you'll also need a crew because if we kill Max, we'll have to kill the crew.
We are the crew.
We're the crew.
You are the crew.
I thought he had a whole bunch of other people working.
They are
They-
dead.
They're dead.
Look at me. Look at me.
Well, it suddenly became much easier.
Look at me. We are the crew now.
All right. Well, yeah. You see, you just missed Matsu.
But that damage, though, that damage.
All right, I'm headed to bed, guys.
Yep, good
Night.
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 Good night.
Night, guys. Have fun.
Till next week.
Indeed.
Hopefully you get your computer sorted out.
Yeah, for real.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.